What's going on, man? We're about to watch when NBA legends said LeBron came the greatest of his generation this one game. This is when they say most NBA players say LeBron became the greatest of his generation this game. Like they knew this game, right? So we're gonna get into this, man. I think it's 16 minutes, so it ain't gonna be long, bro. Let's do it.
To NBA legends recalling the day LeBron James became the greatest player of his era.
2012,
Yes.
Derrick Rose gets hurt.
Wow.
Philly, Boston, all of a sudden seems like, oh, whoever gets out of this, Miami, who knows? Miami hasn't won the title yet.
Like I was trying to
Celtics
get to
get
like
through
the
Philly.
Who's getting
the
better?
Going to the
big
Miami
basket. They
series.
won't even let me do
2-2
that. Like,
at
it's so
Miami
fun.
game
Oh,
5.
actually, we did do a little bit.
Celtics win in Miami.
Pierce for three. It's good. Paul Pierce from way downtown. And Boston leads by 4.
2-2 at Miami game 5.
Right.
Celtics win in Miami. And they're talking all kinds of shit to LeBron. All kinds of shit that whole game. Correct or incorrect? You're trying to get in his head. You feel like you can break LeBron at this point
We broke LeBron.
in game 5.
So get your ass out of here with that, all right?
He said he broke.
You're not beating Boston in Boston on Thursday. Now, I can't see it.
Legacies are at stake.
Is this the end of the big three? This could be it.
I'm not picking them to win Thursday night. I'm not doing it.
I don't think he'd have a chance.
LeBron James, is this my camera? I love watching you play. You are the best basketball player in the world. It's time for you to do your thing. So, hey, guys, get on my back. We're going to win game 6, and we're going to win game 7.
I went to Boston that night for that game because I said, if he don't show up tonight, you can't understand the urgency of this moment right here, right now. You think you're going to learn once you go back to Boston Thursday night? This is Boston. These are the Boston Celtics.
Right.
They were down 3-2 and on the verge on a brink of elimination. And he doesn't win this after losing that final series to Dallas. I mean, this is one of the epic collapses we will have seen, and his legacy will never,
And be honest,
recover.
be honest, you were doubting that he was going to be able to pull off what he did.
yeah.
So
Everybody
was
was.
I.
Oh, no. As far as I'm concerned, they're on the brink of elimination right now. They got to win tonight.
Miami Heat with their backs to the wall, up against the world mentality.
What was my mentality going into Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics? Or at Game 6? If we lose, Pat Riley may break us all up, and I don't want that. It might be the quickest breakup in basketball history.
Listen, the bandwagon of the Miami Heat is empty. You know who's going to get the blame already.
In basketball, there are fans that you could play away that they can literally take the game from you. You can feel like them.
It was gonna most definitely break them boys up. Most definitely.
It's not gonna let us win this one tonight.
Yes, I mean,
What places?
Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Why do you hate Boston?
Because they racist as fuck, that's
they
why.
not.
I got close to Bron, man, because so many people had so much hate in their heart for Bron, man. I remember we was out in a restaurant one time, man, we eating as a team, and somebody walked by and was like, it's Bron James, and he turned and looked, and they was like, fuck you. They will say anything, and it's fine. I mean, fuck, it's my life. I mean, I've been dealing with it my whole life. I don't mind it. Like, I hear it. Like, if I hear somebody like close by, I check them real quick. I move on to the game, whatever the fuck. For me, that made me want, and that this motherfucker ain't even know Bron. Bron ain't said nothing to this man, ain't bothering this man. That made me want to be closer to Bron. That made me say, man, I see what this man goes through every day, and I'm a damn sure have it, and I'm a damn sure have his back. They gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might throw something on you. I mean, I got a beer thrown on me leaving the game. You know, like, it's Boston.
It's the only place in the NBA in America you go and they have like shirts that say like "fuck LeBron."
Yeah,
like,
it was like
whole
a
section.
fuck LBJ t-shirt. I believe they probably sold it at the fucking team shop.
No, they sold it outside the arena.
No, they sold it at the team shop. I'm Celtics had something to do with that shit. No matter what, through hell or hot water, he could call on me. Because that's the bullshit he got to deal with every day. Nobody don't deserve that. You don't even know this man.
Facts.
Right. You better than me, bro, because I'd have Bobby Boucher his ass.
Yeah, he don't deserve that game.
LeBron James took his talents to Boston Thursday. But was it enough to force a Game 7 in Miami Saturday?
Now, it's not hyperbole to say the immediate future of the Miami Heat franchise was riding on the outcome of Game 6. And whenever there are stakes like that for the Heat, that means most of the responsibility
falls on LeBron James.
My legacy gonna take a huge, huge hit if I don't go out here and perform at an all-time high. Win, lose, or draw, I had to be focused. I had to lock in and lead us to victory. Didn't know if it was gonna happen that way, but that was my mindset.
And I got a chance to see him at what we think was his best LeBron in 2012. We feel like that was the best LeBron that we've seen, right? And it was at times where maybe everybody on the outside or even inside, you were frustrated because you were like, Bron, just do that. Just take a guy to the block.
Around Pierce, all the way to the rim, and a tomahawk right-hand slam.
If you had D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron over in this corner, you had me, T.A., I'm just making these names up, maybe Paul and Rondo right here.
Yeah.
It'll be a what's up, and it'll be cool and respect, but it won't be any like fraternizing. It ain't gonna be like, yo, how the family? It won't be none of that. No, it's real. They don't fuck with us.
Forever, huh?
We don't fuck with them.
That shit still lasts today. It's still out there. It's still in the air, dog. It is, man. I don't know if that shit ever gonna be over. I got respect for him, but that shit's still out there.
But it's cool though. It's a mutual understanding in which we have respect for each other, but it won't be like when I did the interview with D-Wade, that was me having to interview D-Wade.
Y'all was the sole reasons that we got together. We can't compete with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, and Rondo. We got to get that toughness. We got to get that togetherness. If we don't get that, we don't beat them. When we met y'all in the playoffs, we feel like we prepared and we ready. So it was serious, man. Those were battles.
It was a chess game now. I just wish we was a little younger. That's all.
Do you think you pushed LeBron too far in Game 5?
Man,
because Game 6, he was unbelievable. You think you get in the eye of the tiger?
Pushed him too far?
Nothing?
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a fuck about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us. And that's how it felt.
But they pushed us like no other. And I'm gonna give them credit to that, man. They pushed us like no other, man.
Yes, definitely.
We was scared of Boston. Not scared like shaking in our boots, but we were threatened. Boston was a threat. Boston was a threat. They were. I don't give a damn what you did defensively. Come out of timeout. Doc Rivers was gonna get somebody a shot.
Yeah.
Boston was a threat, bro.
He wasn't going to Miami to be like Cleveland. Right.
That game I had in Boston, Game 6, down 3-2, you wish you can tap into that shit more often. Just when it happens, you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
And you find new stuff.
Yeah, you're just trying shit that you never even tried before. Like silly shit.
I played in Boston so many times, the history speaks for itself. But for this one time when I went to Boston for this Game 6, I felt absolutely nothing.
James around Pierce, all the way to the rim, and a tomahawk right-hand slam.
Once you hear me out, chat, we're gonna have to go back a little bit.
All the way to the rim, and a tomahawk right-hand.
Once you see this, right? Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, all within the green. Rondo, Paul Pierce, hear it again. Kevin Garnett, all within the paint, right? And this man goes and slams. Kevin Garnett, one of the greatest defenders. Paul Pierce, damn good defender, probably one of the greatest too. And I'm talking top 10, top 20, however you want to cut it. Not, Rondo, most definitely a great ass defender. Probably, most definitely top 20 when it comes to point guards, right? So we just using their positions, right? We're not saying of all time, right? These series, these boys was a problem, bro. When y'all let this man come and jam on all y'all, them are the whole team in there, bro. And if we think back, it's the same thing Jordan did to the Knicks, right? So it's like, when you see these type of things, bro, this is what creates greatness, bro. When you got great defenders moving out your way, I don't know, gang. I mean, you tell me.
Back to James in the
They
right
moved out the way.
10 to shoot. LeBron's outside jumper is good. LeBron
Let's go.
James connecting.
It got to a point where I was just out there trying shit, one leg off the wrong foot.
Mismatch. Shot clock down to 3. Difficult shot from James. Gets it to go.
Bump fades off my right shoulder. I'm not even a right shoulder bump fade guy.
He's got 12 already.
James spins, trying to draw some contact. Boy, what a great start for LeBron James. 6 of 7.
When do you know you're in the zone while you're in it? Like, at what point?
I mean, I think I started the game like 8 for 8.
His expression has not changed from the minute he came out of the locker room tonight for Game 6.
He is knocking down everything. He's 8 for 9 from the field, but we still have
8 for 9.
And every time I was shooting, it just felt
8
so.
For 9 against one of the best fucking defensive teams ever. Boston always been a problem when it comes to defense. Always was kind of one of the best defensive teams. I mean, in my time of watching basketball, I don't know about this shit today. I don't watch basketball today. I feel like it's
perfect. And it was barely touching the net. Like going straight through like a bird, just go straight through the border.
He's absolutely fearless tonight. He's been through a lot in the last 2 years. We've all learned how to compartmentalize and quiet all the noise out and just focus. I don't think he really felt all the noise from outside.
You're not beating Boston in Boston on Thursday. Now, I can't see it.
Ron out on the wing, posting up. Pierce turns inside. That jump shot.
See it now. Is it clear to you, nigga?
Pierce in jail right now.
Oh, my goodness. 20 points on 9.
This is the problem with running your mouth before you give a motherfucker
This shit right here. If we talking about shot
Stephen A.
making,
Smith.
if we talking about skill,
But it was just as a means.
12 of 13. This is an unbelievable performance. LeBron James.
I'm just keeping it 100, man. This ain't got nothing. I ain't got no emotion, no nothing. This is just spade to
It's
spade.
a lot
These are
of people
all
debating,
facts.
like, talking about him because we look at LeBron as a great all-around player, but is he the greatest scorer ever?
Yeah. Yeah. The number say it. The fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Technically and literally. Technically, literally.
Pierce turns inside. That jump shot, nothing but net.
LeBron James with the world watching and weight on his shoulders coming out strong in Game 6.
Nigga
Once you
Rondo
have
bumped
that,
shit out
like-
there. Why Rondo bumped that man like that, gang? Y'all seen that? There ain't no tech. There ain't no tech.
LeBron James with the
Chat, this ain't a tech.
world watching and weight on his shoulders
That's a
coming
tech,
out
man.
strong in Game 6.
Once you have that, like, are you constantly chasing it? Is it something
Oh, it's a drug.
you're striving for?
Definitely a drug. You wish the you wish the night never ends.
Make sure you handle the pressure with your season on the line.
There's nothing to handle. I mean, for us, it's win or go home. So, you know, I plan on playing the whole second half.
James, he has been in complete control so far. Falling away, gets that to go off the glass. He is knocking down jump shot after jump shot. James jab steps on Petrus. Now the jump shot's been going in all night long. He's got 36 points, 15 of 20 from the field.
He was on another planet.
Back.
Pulls up for a 3 and hits it.
And it got to the point where we were just kind of, I'm a pretty good basketball player,
I'll be right back, chat.
but I'm kind of just watching.
Hold on, give me a sec.
him do his thing right now because he's just, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Bro, I've never seen this before.
What a performance so far for LeBron James. James at the top against Garnett. LeBron James jumper good from out front, right over Kevin Garnett.
I don't know where he is, but mentally, I mean, he was like shooting 60%.
With the heat on his shoulders, puts it on the left hand and banks it in. He's got 45.
I mean, he wasn't missing. He made it easy. Then it's all right, cool. I'll be here on defense, getting some stops. I'll be open whenever you guys need me. It just became, yeah, it became. He was very, very motivated to be successful.
What a performance here by one Mr. LeBron James.
One of the greatest performances we've ever seen.
Back to Miami. Game 7, do or die to play her championship against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
LeBron, no player has to play under the kind of scrutiny and pressure that you do. What is it like knowing that regardless of what happens with the team, the failure rests on your shoulders?
Well, I just go out and just do what I've been taught, and that's to play at a high level and have fun with it. And at the end of the day, I won't regret anything. If I know I played hard and I gave it my all, I won't regret anything, no matter the outcome. We had to win this game. We wanted to win this game. But the series, it's a one-game series now, and it's in our building, so we look forward to the challenge.
Congratulations. It was our pleasure tonight.
I hope now you guys can stop talking about LeBron and that he doesn't play in big games. He's pretty good tonight, so now that's to bed.
He always shows up. He's had some of the biggest clutch games in NBA history. It's incredible. What coaches do is they see what you do. You know, we defended LeBron well, for a while. The Miami LeBron was a student of the game. He was prepared. He had learned the other way you don't win. This way you win. I mean, I remember the distinct moment sitting next to Thibodeau, and we call a play, and he's calling out our actions. 21 down, they're going over here. This is LeBron in Miami. In Cleveland, he didn't know what we were running. Didn't study it. And it was amazing. It was a sad and proud moment at the same time. Sad because I was thinking, this is not good for us. Proud that I was thinking, he's become a student. He's learned that, it takes more than just ability to win. And you knew it was coming. You knew he was going to start winning.
Can you do this again in a Game 7, and will you have to?
I'm going to go out there and play my game, play as hard as I can. And, if 2 guys come to me, or 3 guys come to me, I'm very good at math. I mean, someone is open. And I believe in my teammates, and they're going to knock that shot down. So, looking forward to Game 7. See y'all in Miami.
One of the best I've seen, one of the best this league has ever seen. And
see you in Miami.
He's helped us a lot so we can live to play another day.
He played amazing. He was locked in from the beginning of the game, like I've never seen him before. He really put on the MVP performance tonight.
He came out with an attack mentality right from the get-go, and that just pumped the entire team up with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Sometimes superstars get hot.
It was a matter of too much LeBron. He was absolutely sensational.
The level of dominance from LeBron James that night.
I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget.
And that's why I bring it up, because he had to have every one of those. And he gave him 45 on a night when he calls himself a facilitator.
Yeah.
He was on a different level as a scorer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Down 3-2, going on the road to Boston.
That was a big moment.
I was able to win a championship that year. That was the result of feeling nothing.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please help me out by hitting that like button.
2012.
Yes.
Derrick Rose gets hurt.
Wow.
Philly, Boston, all of a sudden.
I'm glad they said that Derrick Rose got hurt, because I feel like Chicago would have won again that year. But, faith is faith, man. I feel like give it to Cleveland, bro. You know how long that city went without a win, bro? Like Chicago, that Jordan era, bro. It still reigns today, bro. But, other people deserve to feel like champions too. So I was,
Probably the craziest atmosphere was LeBron's first game back in Cleveland.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I have never in my life at any sporting event been in a place like the arena in Cleveland. First time you guys
December 2nd.
came back. You
December
still
2nd.
remember the date.
I will never forget that day.
I will hate you too, man.
Besides the finals, that's the second best performance I've ever seen LeBron James, and personally, that I've watched. Because to go back in that environment, in the atmosphere, forget the game of basketball. How are you processing strangers that don't know you?
Yes.
They're buying T-shirts and they're celebrating, saying "F you."
Can you give me a story of going to a city and seeing the Earthlings, the fans, react in a way where you went, "What am I a part of right now?"
Oh, I always take it back to that first game in Cleveland.
If y'all don't understand why they said this is one of the scariest games for LeBron, is because Cleveland is a very
Well, the heat is on. Miami is playing touchdown early this morning, bringing LeBron James back to his old stomping grounds, and Cleveland fans are ready.
We got on the elevator at the hotel before when we was going to get breakfast in the morning, and there was people on the elevator with LeBron shirts on. It was LeBron and us on the elevator, and I'm looking at dude like, how are you processing all of this?
No doubt. Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Forget the game of basketball. How are you processing strangers that don't know you?
Yes.
They're buying T-shirts and they're celebrating, saying "F you."
LeBron James' return to Cleveland next Thursday could be so problematic the game actually comes with instructions. The message from the Cavaliers to their fans is this: no profane or vulgar clothing. Obscene signs will be removed. There will be no plastic beer bottles. Vendors will instead pour beverages into cups for you. Increased Quicken Loans Arena security will include uniformed and undercover officers near the Heat bench and along the way into the visitors' locker room. Cavaliers officials want an energized but safe environment. That's a message they plan to send to fans.
The reception will be far from a warm homecoming from fans and ex-teammates alike.
You know, it's almost like your ex-girlfriend coming to your wedding.
So once the game starts, there are no friends unless you got a white jersey on. In this arena tonight, there are no friends. They said he will not leave. You know, they didn't plan this out real good. You know what I mean? Because if they had any inkling of him leaving, or even thought about the possibility that he could leave, then they would have made a sign and trade with Miami. Because we lost him and didn't get anything back.
Now they feel like jilted lovers, abandoned. They want nothing to do with LeBron.
I think it's going to be tough, but, I'm there to win a basketball game and understand. I understand how passionate fans are about sports, so, I'm ready for whatever response that I'm going to get.
I don't think we know what to expect, but I'm sure it's going to be something like we've never seen before.
That was real what Bron just said, bro. Like, these are fans, man. And this is the problem with fans, any fan, right? You think you had a right to say how you feel about some other man's decision, but you really don't, right? So you're fans, bro. You fan the fuck out, right? And that's never a good thing, right? You can always like somebody for their greatness. But being a fan is sometimes scary, bro, because you think that man owe you something.
Some area restaurants and bars have a special room for fans to cleanse themselves of LeBron. The LeBron flap in the urinal, that's to represent what?
That's more just, having a little fun with a guy that broke everybody's heart, and, we're all adults and we'll get over it and move on.
Trying to flush away the memory?
It's a good way to put it.
I would never forget the Cleveland game. The first time we went back to Cleveland, I would never forget being in the locker room. And that was the time where I looked at LeBron and I was like, hey, this guy's he's not normal. He's really not normal. I've always said it, but I really felt it.
It has the feel of a playoff game. The Q will rock tonight as the Cavs take on LeBron James and the Heat.
Cavs players say they're getting flooded with text messages from across the league saying, beat the Heat.
Everybody in the world with us.
I was really hurt and immature how to handle it, for one. If I can go back, I'll just put my head down and keep working and getting better, and obviously just tackle it a different way, which I didn't.
You know, we got a lot of people behind us, and I'm grateful for that.
It's definitely a big game for the city and for the organization as well.
It's gonna be exciting. You know, it's gonna be hectic at first because I know we're gonna be excited. We're gonna be energized. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun game tonight. I'll tell you that.
Looking back on it now, as we sit here talking, I mean, you got to do what's best for you, right? But I didn't have, I trust me, I didn't have that mindset at the time at 26, 27.
You, like everybody else, was watching to hear what LeBron was going to say when he had the television special.
No, I didn't watch it. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
For me, I'm biased and I was kind of disappointed.
How surprised were you?
The only thing I was surprised about was him going to Miami.
Well, what's the collective mood now within the organization?
He left.
It's going to be a transition.
It definitely feels weird. It was awkward kind of to see Chris Gent walk out of the tunnel. He's the only coach that remained from Mike Brown's staff. He was LeBron James' shooting coach here. LeBron was on the floor. Chris Gent went right on the floor, didn't even make eye contact, and I don't think LeBron looked back down this either way.
On Thursday, it's finally here. You go back to Cleveland. What do you want to happen there?
Nigga, why you ain't play better?
What do I want to happen? If I could,
bitch ass nigga.
the best thing for us to happen is for us to win.
World, bro.
You know, I want to win.
That man got the right to
I'm
go
a competitor.
wherever the fuck he want to go. He a grown
But I
ass
also
man.
want the fans of Cleveland to know that I still much respect, much love for them fans because they see me grow, and I seen them grow when I was an 18-year-old kid to a 25-year-old man. So it's gonna be emotionally draining for myself. I already know it's starting to hit me already. It's going to be emotionally draining, but you know, all in all, I hope the fans respect me, and I'm going to respect them. I always will have respect for them, but I know how passionate they are. I understand.
It's going to be an unusual night, but it's going to be an exciting night, a playoff atmosphere at the Q.
And I was a part of the media corps that was causing problems, and we were all over the team.
Well, Brian, the weather out here in Cleveland is raw, it's bitter, and there's nearly 100% chance of rage.
I've never seen fans that mad at a person.
Come on, man. When we went back to Cleveland, I have never saw hate. I didn't grow up in the times where our parents can tell us about the hate that they experienced by being black in America. I didn't grow up in those times, but I grew up in the times where I went back to Cleveland.
And that's why the NBA and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Cleveland Police Department have put together security the likes of which Quicken Loans Arena has not seen before.
That was crazy.
This is an arena full of grown motherfuckers with kids and bills to pay.
I'll tell you, this is a situation where I've talked to a lot of people. No one can remember any more venom and vitriol directed toward a visiting player.
The hatred that I heard in the locker room, I've never heard hate before.
People were throwing batteries at us.
I remember.
I won't forget it because LeBron and I was talking on the sideline. It was like a dead ball. And he was here and I was here. And a 9-volt battery flew between us and hit the floor. And we both, I said, I'm not standing next to you anymore because they're not throwing it at me.
No, but yeah.
He started laughing.
I remember walking into the bowl, which I came in late. I didn't want to be in there too early.
That place was rocking.
And I remember you could feel on your skin, you could feel something. You could feel like a layer of something.
That, like, the finals doesn't compare to that. No playoffs compare to that.
And Ernie, I will be honest. I've been in 2 NBA finals, and I've not seen the electricity in a regular season game ever in my life. I've been around basketball for 25 to 30 years and have never seen an electricity in a building and the intensity in the building. This feels like the NBA finals right now.
It was just like you felt all of the
tension,
like intensity, all of the anger.
And when we talk about racism, when we talk about the things that people said to us.
I will say this because we're all kind of built for it anyways. That run out.
Ooh, that run out.
Bro, if you weren't ready to bump after that.
Yeah. In the locker room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was almost more electric than any final game I ever played in.
You know what I mean? Like, you can hear someone say something, but if you ever heard the sound of hate, it is the most like uncomfortable thing to experience. And like, I remember walking out of the tunnel, and it wasn't just boos, and it wasn't just I hate yous. It was the look on people's faces. It was the things that was coming out of their mouths and like how raged they were, like in anger, that I said, I will never forget this moment in day in my life about, you know, how someone can really hate you for making a basketball decision that you.
See, they gotta be politically correct, right? They have to be, because they basketball players, they professionals. But I don't give a fuck, right? Let's go back. Look at these faces that he said was saying what they saying, and tell me what you see. We not y'all motherfucking monkeys. We don't work for y'all, right? Y'all not paying him. Y'all fucking fans. You feel me? Nobody gives a fuck about your opinion. We don't. You motherfucking this color skin folks, y'all think somebody give a fuck about your emotions and that you mad, and we don't. You know what? He made the decision he made because he was mad. He was tired of fucking losing. Y'all wasn't giving him nobody to win with. So just like y'all didn't give a fuck about how he felt, he don't give a fuck about how y'all felt. You see how that man walked in with his head is high. His head is high. It's something wrong with you fair-skinned motherfuckers where y'all think that y'all can control our lives. Y'all really do. Look at this lady right here, right? Look at her. Look at her, right? Look at this man right here. Look at her, right? Now look at these motherfuckers. Look at this face, right? This is professionals. Look at this lady. She's a fan. She ain't looking at him crazy. She ain't saying nothing crazy, right? And it's like all these people up front right here, I'm not talking about. This is people who work there. They're smiling. He's smiling. He's like, whoa, Bron's back. You feel me? So it's not all of them, bro. But then when you look at these fans, that's like LeBum, right? You couldn't beat him one-on-one with one hand tied behind his back, but you calling him a bum?
It was the look on people's faces.
Why I don't have no respect
it was the
for
things that was coming out of their mouths
Zero.
and like how raged they were, like in anger. That I said, I will never forget this moment in my life about how someone can really hate you for making a basketball decision that you felt was best for yourself and your family. It's crazy. I see some ugliness, and I from fans that I didn't know existed, and I come from the inner city of Chicago.
Facts.
LeBron James and the
Miami Heat. That's why I said in the beginning of the video, bro, Cleveland is very, very violent, bro.
Quicken Loans Arena.
And look at the crowd.
On a
Tell me what you see. Huh? What you see in the crowd?
Unlike any other. There is LeBron. Every time his picture was put on the Jumbotron here at Quicken Loans Arena, the boos rang out.
All of us feel about y'all.
Boos were just this, like, so
Karens.
loud and consistent, and then anytime they would show Bron on the Jumbotron, and you didn't think it'd get louder, but every time they showed him, it got louder and worse, and it was so intense. Like that, like when you talk about being in like a real hostile environment, that was it.
And I was terrified when I went back to Philly, and they gave me a standing ovation. I'm gonna bet my life on it. He's not gonna get a standing ovation.
To the scores table, the question is, would he go through the usual?
You got a problem with the decisions that our people make to better their lives. We got a problem with the decisions y'all make to better y'all's lives. That's how I feel. I ain't gonna never be no motherfucker. Turn the other cheek.
James with a beautiful
goal. Motherfucking war, come get it. Wow.
It was so deafening, like loud and just like intense for the entire time.
It
And was it that atmosphere for the whole time, like hours?
The whole time, like from the time we ran to the arena to the time we left, it was just boos and yells.
Now at the point, Joel Anthony has checked in for Miami. Here is
facial
guarding LeBron James, and LeBron makes it 14 straight points. Straight points. LeBron makes James. Now at the point, Joel Anthony has checked in.
To the time we left, it was just.
Now, this might be the last time I stop the video and say what I say, bro. These next 2 shots he take, y'all tell me if he got defense on him. Y'all tell me these next 2 shots, if it's any pressure or any defense on him. And then y'all wonder why he wanted to get fucking traded?
Just boos and yells.
Now at the point, Joel Anthony has
no defense. He's by himself. No defense.
LeBron James, and LeBron makes it 14 straight points.
No defense.
I understand how passionate fans are. Still got a lot of love for these fans here. But you know, I'm a Miami Heat player now. We're looking to get this win.
No, thanks a lot. Thank you, EJ.
I never people who was talking about my mama.
Yeah.
In a way, I ain't never seen nobody talk about my mama.
Like from people trying to throw batteries on the court. We had somebody try to grab an officer's gun. Like it was just crazy stories like that. And it was just like you guys are really that mad that he left Cleveland to come to Miami. Like, I'm confused. Like, how can you be that mad?
Yeah. And so
man, they bought into it. You know, from the jump. You know, Bron was very vocal. You know, he's always been very vocal.
He had 40 in the third.
Man, something.
Then he go out there and hit 40 in the third and sit down in the fourth.
Yeah. Here's James off the fake. In the half court. Not a good ball movement. Turner, the turnover there from Williams. LeBron to the bucket. James.
Well, this looks like high school kids playing professional.
James steps back.
There's never any fucking
Hits
defense.
again.
That's when they're at their best, and that's what everyone, including Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, has been clamoring.
First time defense is good. First time I seen defense the whole game. Look at this. Dude ain't even jump. He just fucking put it like sorry bastard. Fucking sorry as fuck.
So LeBron.
You go to the locker room after the game, and what is that like?
So LeBron.
You go to the.
Come on, bro. Cleveland probably had players coming off their bench this game that got 11 points, 7 points. Chalmers got 9, gang. Bosh got 15, gang. Bosh was there to rebound, bro. He got 15, gang. And y'all mad at this man?
Locker room after the game, and what is that like? Like, because you're all realizing this could be an entire season of this.
The fans had their say tonight. What would you like to say to them if you could?
7 great years. Loved every part. Loved every moment. From the growth when I was an 18-year-old kid to a 25-year-old man, and you know, tried our best as a team. We tried our best to bring a championship to the city, and just try to play hard every night. So I got the utmost respect for this franchise, utmost respect for these fans, and you know, just continue the greatness for myself here in Miami, and try to get better every day.
You can't go back with your decision, but do you regret how it ended? Would you like to apologize for the way it ended?
I don't want to apologize. I think you know, my intentions was not to hurt anyone. You know, my intentions were solely on kids during the whole process, and you know, I always say, you know, decisions I make, I live with them. You know, there's always ways that you can correct them or ways that you can do them better. But at the end of the day, I live with them. And, you know, I'm satisfied. I'm happy right now.
Was it impacting LeBron, though? I mean, this is his hometown.
I don't know. It was hard to say because at one point, he kind of embraced being a villain. Like, okay, y'all don't like me for making a decision that's going to help my career, help me be a better basketball player. So is it real personal, or is it y'all just don't like what I did? So for him, it was kind of like he embraced it. It was like, yeah, I'll be the villain for right now, because at the end of the day, that's all it is.
The thought by many was that LeBron James embarrassed Cleveland by the way he left. The decision? Thought by all was that he embarrassed the Cavaliers in his return.
After the game, James said he was exhausted from all the emotion that he inevitably had to expend on his return. But think about how tired the Cavaliers were trying to stop him, particularly in that third quarter. Rachel Nichols was in Cleveland.
He threw his chalk.
I mean, it was a combination of a lot. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it.
A special player and person to be able to respond to all of this scrutiny.
James played it straight.
Just try to keep a clear head about it. It's nothing personal for myself to these fans. It won't be ever.
This is our brother coming back into a very emotional situation. You know, we knew that this guy right here is very mature, can handle himself in any situation. It seemed like he always rises to the occasions when things look at his darkest for him. And he did that again tonight. So I'm just watching this man. I've never seen a performance like that.
You know, he was so good, and when he was like and locked in and just so efficient, and it was it was really impressive to me.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you, so you can chase this feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
What can you contribute to you guys just not quite being able to get over the hump?
LeBron James.
You got to go back to my first 2 years, which was like 57 wins or 59 wins both years. Second year was Coach of the Year. So we thought we had a championship teams 2 years in a row. We got swept by LeBron. We just didn't have an answer.
I'm excited to play against LeBron because he's been the best player in the league for some time now. So I always like challenges.
I said it plenty of times, but yeah, that motherfucker was impossible to beat. That's just what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was no other way around it.
LeBron, like coming up and watching it, like he was always like
step ahead.
He was always looking to be. Mm-hmm. Like even in the game, if he already thought he was, and we did something he wasn't ready, he was like, okay, all right, I got it.
I mean, obviously LeBron is a force, but I truly believe that that team played with heart.
LeBron will beat like the Raptors back in the day, and you'll Google the city of Toronto, and the mayor would be LeBron James for like 10 minutes, and you're like, who the hell got time to do all this?
Right.
It's great. And
LeBron the mayor.
Yeah, it's wild.
James fakes and finishes. Cleveland Cavaliers win the Eastern Conference Final in 6 games.
What has Cleveland and LeBron James represented to this team?
Definitely an obstacle, you know, especially last few years. Making it to the Eastern Conference Final, going 6 games to last year getting swept.
James putting the muscle in his hustle and won. They will put the Raptors to rest. 4-0 sweep.
You know, it was our opportunity that of us climbing the mountain knocked us down, you know, and we had to rebuild and understand if we get back there, how do we get past that? So definitely an obstacle. He's a guy who will be a Hall of Famer, top 3 NBA all-time players. It makes you want to feel.
Oh, this is different.
Fakes and finishes. Game. James putting the muscle in his hustle and won. They will put the Raptors to rest. 4-0 sweep.
You know, it was our opportunity that of us climbing the mountain knocked us down, you know, and we had to rebuild and understand if we get back there, how do we get past that? So definitely an obstacle.
He's a guy who will be a Hall of Famer, top 3 NBA all-time players. It makes you want to figure out how to beat him because you want to be able to say, look, I knocked him off his throne. And you don't knock him off his throne and saying he's invincible, but you can say, look, we're the team that beat him.
You don't think y'all could have had one more piece and could have got it done?
Nah, bro, it's nothing you could do. I'm be honest. Like, no.
Yeah.
Going through those battles, like, it was always like a good series, but like Bron like had our number like every single year. My rookie year was like the best series that we had against him. We took him to game 6, and we had Bismack guarding Bron.
Kyle Lowry and I were joking a lot. He said, "What are you afraid of?" I said, "I'm never afraid of human beings. I'm afraid of lions." And then he laughed. I said, "No, I'm serious. Well, why would I be afraid of a human being? I'm gonna be afraid of a lion." And then they asked me if I was afraid of LeBron. I said, I'm not afraid of LeBron or any human being. I'm afraid of a lion. I respect the competition, but I'm just afraid of a lion.
But like after that, like it was night, man. Like it was like no matter what we did, like he had a counter to that. Like
he controlled everything from top to bottom.
Come on, man.
Like it was when you stepped on that floor, it was like it was tough, bro.
By continually asking how, we provide
speak about you. Like when your peers, you see how much respect they have.
Reliable access to energy for everyone.
Straight up, nothing like them pussy ass Cleveland fans.
We've seen it the last 2 years, and it's been all Cleveland, winning 8 out of 10, 7 of those by double digits, and the last 3 in Toronto have belonged to the Cavs by an average of 18 points. But in 2018, it's the Raptors who have the best record in the East. It's the Raptors who have the home court advantage. It's the Raptors who have a bench to complement the DeRozan and Lowry backcourt. But it's the Cavs who have LeBron, and they hit Air Canada Center 2 days removed from winning Game 7 over the Pacers.
Game 1 is really important because one thing they do have on the Raptors is history. They are in their heads. Toronto has that Game 1 losing streak. I know they snapped that the last round, but especially with Cleveland being the team that they have to get past, like this Game 1 is really important.
They got away with the last series, you know, because he's so great. I don't think he can play that great again this series and beat this team unless somebody on the Cleveland Cavaliers shows up with him. But we also know LeBron James.
When is this the year that Toronto breaks through against the Cleveland Cavaliers?
We the North. We the North. This is the year. This is a different Raptors team. They're going to win this series. They got the best bench in the NBA. Well, that's going to come into play. They're going to have 3 or 4 bodies that they can throw at LeBron. He won't be able to win 4 out of 7 playing the way they play, where they give him the ball every single time and go 1-on-5. That will not work against this Raptors team.
6 points in 20 minutes. 196 Toronto. James lines up a 3. Count it.
This is a different Raptors team. They're going to win this series.
I'm excited to play against LeBron.
We the North.
96 Toronto. James lines up a 3. Count it. Love squeezes it. Shot clock winding down. Love knocked away by DeRozan. DeRozan on the move. Smith there defensively. DeRozan swallowed by James.
LeBron James pick and roll small. We're going to do it with Korver.
James drives in and scores. Going to the hole. 105-103. James with 10 to shoot. The fadeaway for the tie. Yes! LeBron James knocks it down. 105-105. Equalizer. We're going to overtime. James goes behind the back. Korver, one dribble, a 3. Count it. Korver bounces for James. Extra feed. Smith lets it fly. It's a 3. Under a minute left. Lowry drives in. Oh, it goes down. Kyle Lowry. DeRozan, ball fake, kick out. Van Vliet, 3 seconds. Vliet, no good. Cleveland's got the rebound, and it's over.
And Cleveland claims Game 1 on the road in overtime, 113 to 112.
LeBron, you guys played 4 quarters of basketball without ever leading, and you still won this basketball game. What made the 4th quarter different? How did you keep your composure?
That's what we've been doing ever since Game 3 in the Indiana series, is keeping our composure no matter what's been going on. Guys stepped up tonight. Everybody stepped up. We got defensive stops that killed us on the glass, but we just stayed with it, and we made timely shots, got timely stops. It's a huge win for us. Hey, to the locker room. Don't say nothing. To the locker room. Don't say nothing.
Was it too soon to call this one of the most pivotal games in Raptors history? They are inarguably the most successful group this franchise has ever had. Yet each time they've gotten even close to the promised land, they've been shut down, often specifically by LeBron James. There's really no other way to describe Game 1, when Toronto missed 12 straight shots down the stretch to let the Cavaliers steal a win in overtime. And if the Raptors somehow blow Game 2, down 0-2 heading back to Cleveland, we all know how that ends. But if the Cavs can get up 2 games tonight, turn this into a quick series, maybe even get a little rest before the conference finals, well, all of a sudden the hope of getting back to playing for a trophy in June looks a lot more promising. So yeah, this game matters. Everyone has something to play for. We'll just have to see who plays bigger when the moment arrives.
He one of the greats for a reason. You know what I mean?
And welcome everyone to NBA Conference Semifinals. It's the Toronto Raptors trying to draw even, but for them it's championship or bust. Nice pass by LeBron James to a cutting Kyle Korver. LeBron James up court for the Cavaliers. Working against Anunoby, will put up the left-hand layup. 8-point lead for the Cavaliers. LeBron with 4 points. Boy, it looked like he got hit by Pirtle, but went right through him. He backed it up by shooting 50%. LeBron James takes out his do-it-yourself kit. Assist. Back to James. Nice. Right down Main Street. What he does not want to do is pick up the foul outside. James spins and goes off glass. 6 seconds to go. LeBron with the pull-up. Got it from the top of the key. James was 16.
After Shaq left, then it's like, all right, I see what you're saying. But yeah.
Watch LeBron shoot that right over him. That is huge. James on the drive and one over C.J. Miles. As soon as he saw the switch, he's going strong right to the basket. Cavaliers spin, bucket, LeBron, James.
Buckets.
Fade away.
So it's like with the teams he had, yeah, of course he was supposed to I get it.
Also
Jordan,
screening, doing
Scotty,
good screens, and then the one-on-one play right here. One-on-one.
The worm.
And that 3 is good. He is feeling it right now.
It was like even when we were the 1 seed, man.
I feel like adding.
Bron started hit like 7, 8 turnarounds in a row, man. Like nothing but net. Like nothing. No matter who we put on, put OG on him, put DeMar on him. Like it didn't matter who we had. Kyle guarding him for. Like didn't matter. Dude was hitting nothing but net turnarounds. Like
he ain't gonna get there. You feel?
Oh, that thing was in the air so long it should have had a movie on it. We'll be back to
like
LeBronto for the 4th quarter after this. Now backing down Lowry. Heat check. Still sizzling.
She's in my opinion. I'm going to double team him. He's going to have his way here.
LeBron fades away over Siakam. He's hotter than fish grease.
That stain is there, bro.
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it. With AI website,
it almost looked like LeBron's just, all right, I'll get to the Raptors and I'll win.
Right. Because I feel like if
when Bron's out there doing what he did, do you feel defenseless? Because watching it, it looks defenseless. Like them boys can't do nothing.
Yeah, sometimes yes. Like he had a 2nd or 3rd quarter against us, one of them playoff series where he just decided he was going to just shoot turnaround jumpers the whole quarter, and there's just nothing you can do. Off glass, all net, like you knew what move he was going to do. And he still did it, and there's nothing you can do.
With great defense. You know, like it was like moments like that where it was like, all right, man, like chalk it up, man. Like great fight, great series, great game, man. Like hats to them. Yeah.
LeBron backing down DeRozan. There's that fadeaway, and it's butter. 4 on the shot clock for LeBron James. Oh my! We're speechless, Hubie Brown.
No, watch the shake. Now watch the fake. See, I come right back, and then I throw the fadeaway. Look where he is. The distance on the fadeaway.
LeBron is a force, but I truly believe that team played with heart.
One of the greatest performances of his career, as far as I'm concerned. The contested shots that he made, falling away over his left shoulder, over his right shoulder, it didn't matter.
That's what you sound like, nigga.
I told you this morning. All I need is one day. That's all I need.
He was just in the zone. He was on it, and he demoralized the Toronto Raptors like he usually does. It doesn't take away from the sensational performance that he put forth. It was definitely epic, something that will be remembered for quite a long time as far as I'm concerned, and I tweeted about this. He didn't just silence the crowd. He didn't just silence the Raptors. He silenced the country.
One of the most efficient performances in playoff history.
The whole country wasn't
I'm Skip Bayless. That was LeBron James. That was pretty impressive. If he gets you down, he will bury you. If he starts feeling it and starts smelling your blood, he will bury you. And he buried them tonight in every way possible with 43 and 14 assists. Greatest driver, most unstoppable driver of the ball, because he's ambidextrous, he's got both hands, and he can lay it off the glass either direction, and he is still very explosive after 15 seasons in this league.
The series is over. It's done, period. Why? Because the Toronto Raptors ran into their kryptonite, which is LeBron James.
I'm still riding with Toronto, down 0-2, now going on the road.
Welcome everyone to NBA Conference Semifinals on ABC.
Tell Stephen A. Smith that.
Presented by
Tell that nigga stick with his decision, man.
Like you hear some of the stories like with DeMar and Kyle and Fred talking about like
I'm just talking
we coming down the court and he yelling the plays out like watch the from start to finish like you know you go to the cuts and this like he calling the plays out like the ball's gonna end up in JV's hand on the backside of this that and the other and you sitting down like
Valanciunas trying to chase Love outside and James inside. James reverse time. Now a Thompson screen. Good hesitation by LeBron. Ball fake, pump fake, bucket. LeBron James.
I remember it was a play we was trying to run, and one of our teammates forgot the play.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what teammate, you know what I'm saying, but like he told the teammate what to do because the teammate turned around to the bench like, "What's the play?"
And Bron told him the play.
Nah, you go over here, and I'm like, man, this dude's mind like is at a totally different level.
Like it was some crazy shit. It was some crazy stuff. We called it a play. He was like, "What?" And Bron told him what our play was.
They come out of a timeout, and Kyle Lowry throws his hands up, whatever. And the guy goes, "Dang, I didn't see the call." Brown goes, "You're supposed to be in the corner, and then you're going to cut across. He's going to sit a down screen. You're going to come over. We're going to switch that, and then Kyle's going to have to play me one-on-one." Kyle plays him up. And the dude goes, "Stop it." I said, "This is every day."
The team shooting 38%. Now, that
James downhill.
Look out. Virginia got a clear out here.
James inside, gets it to fall. Rookie. One dribble pull-up, LeBron, butter. LeBron. Step back
That's
three.
crazy that man tell you, yo,
Because like, he knows our stuff, he knows their stuff, and he telling the audibles, you know, for their team to adjust to our defensive schemes. You know what I mean? It's like
bring it over like, "No, dude, you're right here."
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like it was just like that.
You know, and it just shows you like how locked in this dude be when it comes to that, come to winning time, man. And you see it when he out there on both ends, man.
LeBron James, this guy was looking in your mouth like right there and just calling it was telling the players exactly what was going to happen on the play that you called.
You know, as an opposing coach,
that one guy can screw things up for you.
He'll just blow up the whole play no, it's going over there. It's going over there. Yeah. And you be like,
wait, so LeBron be knowing all the plays?
Yeah, he knows the plays, bro. He knows his plays down to a T, and he knows your plays down to a T.
Definitely know to a T, because he also know people's tendencies too. You know what I mean?
He know very well.
Like, once you understand and know guys' tendencies, it's easier to cut off certain options and box offense in. You know what I mean? And that's what he's great at.
You talk about somebody that know the playbook, know where everybody's supposed to be, know the other teams, coaches, playbook, the style of coaching, how his ball club's gonna play. Like, Bron's one of them.
Like Trump talking about, he called it out during the game. Like, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And whatever I do, he know whatever I do is gonna trigger everything.
Yeah. I think the play that sticks out to me is Game 3, my last year in Toronto, where he was full court.
Go the length of the floor here.
They're looking for LeBron to get it to him in the corner.
6 seconds to go. Here comes LeBron. We're tied at 103. LeBron into the forecourt. In on Anunoby. Gets shoved toward the side.
Throws up the floater. Cleveland! That is for you!
Oh, he did it again! LeBron James tips it high off the window and drops it through!
LeBron, take us through that last shot.
We had no more timeouts. I had to get open. Took a full court. I was able to hit a floater off the glass. And it's my job on the court to close it.
That was it. That was like the end of my time in Toronto. Like, that was it. You know what I mean? We was down 3-0. I just remember him shooting that one leg floater and it going in. I was just like, shit, this is it here. You know what I mean?
All right, you got to stop buying generic Viagra.
Crazy. That's crazy.
You get 9 pills of 100 milligram generic.
What the fuck just happened, man?
Taxes was chasing.
Bro, these fucking commercials be making me want to find a company who put these bitches out and set all they fucking
Taxes is a TurboTax expert.
What the fuck, my
what
nigga?
Can you contribute to you guys just not quite being able to get over the hump?
LeBron
James.
You got to go back to my first 2 years, which was like 57 wins or 59 wins both years. Second year was Coach of the Year. So we thought we had a championship team 2 years in a row. We got swept by LeBron. We just didn't have an answer.
I'm excited to play against LeBron because he's been the best player in the league for some time now. So I always like challenges.
I said it plenty of times, but yeah, that motherfucker was impossible to beat. That's just what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was no other way around it.
LeBron, like, coming up and watching it, like, he was always
step
ahead. He was always looking to be. Like, even in the game, if he already thought he was and we did something he wasn't ready, he was like, okay, all right, I got it.
I mean, obviously LeBron is a force, but I truly believe that that team played with heart.
LeBron will beat like the Raptors back in the day, and you'll Google the city of Toronto, and the mayor would be LeBron James for like 10 minutes. And you're like, who the hell got time to do all this?
Right.
It's great. And
LeBron the mayor.
Yeah, it's wild.
James fakes and finishes. Cleveland Cavaliers win the Eastern Conference Final in 6 games.
What has Cleveland and LeBron James represented to this team?
Definitely an obstacle, you know, especially last few years. Making it to the Eastern Conference Final, going 6 games to last year getting swept.
James putting whistle and one. They will put the Raptors to rest. 4-0 sweep.
You know, it was our opportunity that of us climbing the mountain knocked us down, you know, and we had to rebuild and understand we get back there, how do we get past that? So definitely an obstacle.
He's a guy who will be a Hall of Famer, top 3 NBA of all-time players. It makes you want to figure out how to beat him because you want to be able to say, look, I knocked him off his throne. And you don't knock him off his throne and saying he's imbaskable, but you can say, look, we're the team that beat him.
You don't think y'all could have had one more piece and could have got it done?
Nah, bro, that's nothing you can do. I'm be honest. Like, no.
Yeah.
Going through those battles, like, it was always like a good series, but like Bron like had our number like every single year. My rookie year was like the best series that we had against him. We took him to Game 6, and we had Bismack guarding Bron.
Kyle Lowry and I were joking a lot. He said, "What are you afraid of?" I said, "I'm never afraid of human beings. I'm afraid of lions." And then he laughed. I said, "No, I'm serious." Well, why would I be afraid of a human being? I'm gonna be afraid of a lion. And then they asked me if I was afraid of LeBron. I said, I'm not afraid of LeBron or any human being. I'm afraid of a lion. I respect the competition, but I'm just afraid of a lion.
But like after that, like it was night, man. Like it was like no matter what we did, like he had a counter to that. Like
he controlled everything from top to bottom.
Come on, man.
Like it was when you stepped on that floor, it was like it was tough, bro.
We've seen it the last 2 years, and it's been all Cleveland, winning 8 out of 10, 7 of those by double digits, and the last 3 in Toronto have belonged to the Cavs by an average of 18 points. But in 2018, it's the Raptors who have the best record in the East. It's the Raptors who have the home court advantage. It's the Raptors who have a bench to complement the DeRozan and Lowry backcourt. But it's the Cavs who have LeBron, and they hit Air Canada Center 2 days removed from winning Game 7 over the Pacers.
Game 1 is really important because one thing they do have on the Raptors is history.
Mm-hmm.
They are in their heads. Toronto has that Game 1 losing streak. I know they snapped that the last round, but especially with Cleveland being the team that they have to get past, like this Game 1 is really important.
They got away with the last series, you know, because he's so great. I don't think he can play that great again this series and beat this team unless somebody on the Cleveland Cavaliers shows up with him. But we also know LeBron James.
But is this the year that Toronto breaks through against the Cleveland Cavaliers?
We the North. We the North. This is the year. This is a different Raptors team. They're going to win this series. They got the best bench in the NBA. Well, that's going to come into play. They're going to have 3 or 4 bodies that they can throw at LeBron.
Welcome to the funniest LeBron James story that you've ever heard. As part of this 23-part collection of 23 LeBron James videos in 23 weeks, we are bringing you this video. It's a story that you may have heard already, but you've never heard it quite like this. In this video, we get each NBA player that was involved in this story who tell their version of this story. And I promise you that you will be filled with laughter by the end of the video. So if this is the first video that you've seen, welcome. There is a link on the top right of your screen and in the description box down below that has each LeBron James video that we have done thus far. As always, if you enjoy the video, please help me out by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 1,500 likes for the next episode. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, full credit to every podcast, interview, clip and highlight. They are on the screen right now, linked down below, so be sure to watch them in their entireties. but a special mention to JJ Redick's podcast, The Old Man and the Three, and Jeff Teague's podcast, which is the Club 520 podcast. So the video editing that was involved in this production was to bring the story to life, to show you what happened, to show you the highlights, and to bring you back to this specific moment, which I guarantee will make you laugh. So without further ado, I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
You guys were the best regular season team. I know 1 year. You guys had like, what, 4 starting lineup was in the All-Star game together 1 year?
Yeah. My favorite team was our team in Atlanta that won 60 games. Like, hands down. That was my favorite team. Like, it was, there was a purity to that team that, like, the inner Kyle just so appreciated.
They used to, like, it'd be a different leading scorer every night.
He used to really
run. He used to really move the ball.
He used to really run the show.
And then Jeff used to really run the show. I used to hate playing him.
Do you feel like you guys should have won a championship? Obviously, LeBron James came in the way, but do you feel like you guys should have won the ring one of these years?
I'm going to say I thought we could have made it to the finals. I thought we could have beat LeBron and them, but everybody started getting hurt.
That was Bron's best year.
Was that Bron?
That was the most unstoppable LeBron James that year.
We had a game.
Buckets.
We had a game. I think Kyrie had tore his shit. I think it was that year he had tore his shit.
Oh, okay.
And we had a game, and I think I had gave Dellavedova like something crazy.
Scott trying to get it to Teague. He does on the hop. Beautiful backdoor play. Atlanta hitting on 8 threes. Teague fires, and he knocks down a 3. People are not watching the first half. They want to just bring everybody up to date. Jets. Teague, played by Thompson, goes right at him. And he scores. Teague met by James. Here's Teague getting the step, going high off glass. A minute 40 to go. Teague on the drive went right at Thompson because Thompson did not want to foul him.
I was like, it's gonna be a long fucking night. He was like, can you score more than me, nigga?
That's how he be talking. It'd be nice and loud. And I was like, this is a mindset I've never seen.
I was like, yeah.
Dellavedova told you that?
No, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I'll Boosie in the crowd, feel about it. Yeah,
quit.
Bro, I'm like, well, you got to show me.
I've seen a point guard talk trash to him, and instead of like feeling like you can't go at the point guard, he'll really make it like, oh, you want to make the game about you? Cool.
Nigga, I averaged 18.
Twist his way. James off the high dribble to the bucket. Serving up a facial.
I averaged 18 that series, man. Probably like 38.
Oh my God.
James putting a move on baseball and scores. The steal is made by LeBron, and he scores.
Atlanta, they have really been terrible as LeBron James with the spin move in the post.
James being played here by Millsap, shoots over it and hits.
Man, I ain't had enough for Bron.
Oh
man.
my
Fuck,
God.
I was talking about.
Man.
19 points, easily his best game of the series. James able to slither his way through it. 13-2 run here by the Hawks. James to the bucket.
Game 2. James. Millsap getting a little too close to half court. Let's see if he stays back and let LeBron come through.
And here comes James. And he goes glass.
37 points. Look at the exhaustion by LeBron as well as Teague. I mean, LeBron left everything out here on the floor tonight.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers pull it out in overtime to take a 3-0 lead.
I'm not even debating it. That LeBron was unstoppable. He was showing like how like he showed the physicality that year of like niggas can't really like physically guard me.
What was your issue when you pushed LeBron, bro? Why you do that?
Cleveland team play. How about Toronto said it was best? They've got two of the best one-on-one. Oh, look out. And James.
Call it a body check, right? Yeah, no, I count it. What happened here?
Jeff, you would have got 10 games if this was.
I ain't get nothing. I ain't get a fine or nothing.
Nothing.
You'd have got 10 games for that shove.
Statute
on
limitations
LeBron.
is up.
Yeah.
You're good now.
Oh yeah, Draymond would have been proud of you, boy.
It's assault these days. I was out of pocket, bro.
Oh, why'd you do it?
We was losing. Shit, I was sore loser. He was beat my. I ain't win a playoff game against that nigga ever. I was sick of the shit.
The defending Eastern Conference champion Cleveland Cavaliers look to take a 3-0 series lead on the number 4 seed. Welcome to Atlanta and welcome to Game 3 of this 2016 Eastern Conference semifinal. The Cavs and the Hawks. LeBron James, every time he's been up 2-0 in a series, he's advanced, trying to keep that going as well. Game 3 coming up from Atlanta, but first to our studio. And a good evening to Sage Steele.
We weren't the most talented. We weren't the best. You know, we didn't have a person to give the ball to and say, make this happen at the end of a big playoff game. We didn't have that person. But that was the most gratifying team that I've ever been on. Just really, really fun.
What year was that?
Oh, 16, 17.
Yeah, you was in Toronto, and we was talking about him.
It's not.
See, I would have fucked with you though if you'd win, because if you would have replaced Namari.
Damn, we should get him. That nigga guard Bron.
We couldn't fuck with Bron.
All right, yeah.
We couldn't fuck with Bron.
To be fair,
nobody could. I respect it.
Yeah, but I was like,
during that time, nobody listen.
Nobody fucking with Bron.
Nobody could
But
guard
he ain't
Bron.
said
you could compete.
I can fight him. I can fight him.
He ain't give a fuck about guarding Bron.
Right, yeah.
So
Whatever.
At this time, I feel like I'm like, yeah, we gotta find niggas to guard Bron. We get Bron out.
Everybody.
Note on the right, Atlanta has made a change. Pablo Cephalosha in the starting lineup. Kyle Korver out for the Hawks, who Lisa Salters trying to find some way to climb back in this thing at home. Great dive by James, met by Millsap, absorbs the contact and scores. Dame's primary defense, James on the attack.
And Jefferson makes 4. Look at that.
Great dive by James.
And they're only 6 ahead. Right? So you just got to give him a lot.
No problem taking him inside. LeBron has 14 on 11 boards.
Can't stop work.
Space for LeBron to get to the rim and throw it down.
Did you understand his sort of mental dominance?
You certainly feel it playing against him. But it's like anything else. When you see it up close on the person on the other side, you understand why he remembers all the plays. It's just there's a whole other level that he goes to in his preparation, especially for the teams that he wants to go up against.
Well, you said before that dunk right there, where is LeBron been?
It's one thing to get to the top. It's another thing to stay there. Like just I think what makes him great, his greatest attribute is his ability to do it again tomorrow. Get to the top. It's another thing to stay there.
That's why y'all can't win right here. Y'all got a fucking Kia inside the stadium. Why don't y'all take that time getting some fucking people that can play?
There. Like just I think what makes him great, his greatest attribute is his ability to do it again tomorrow.
14 before that dunk. Yes, definitely Corbett gets it.
It's out of this world. Like it's unbelievable.
Hubie, we talked about this earlier in the series, and we talked about it with Mike Budenholzer. LeBron who lines it up and knocks it down to give the Cavaliers the lead.
Here's the clear out. Gotta be ready for the double.
James over Cephalosha. LeBron James. James on the move. Basket bound. He gets fouled by Bazemore.
He was getting, how Atlanta, they cheering for him. I said, but hell nah. I was hating.
Shoulder checked the shit out that nigga. He went to the stage. I saw
my nigga.
I got so much hate mail. If he would have been hurt, I would have killed you, bitch. I'm like, damn, I gotta get off the internet. That's when I first deleted Instagram. That was my first time to delete Instagram.
I knew this was my last game for the Hawks, though, by the way, so it's cool.
Oh, that you left with a bang?
That's legend.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, they be talking about it on the internet. They was just like, well, why did he do? I was pissed.
They got two of the best one-on-one. Oh, look out. And James.
Oh, we saw.
And the nigga was motherfuckers fans in Atlanta cheering for him. He running down the court. I said, you know what, bitch? I got something for you. Shoulder check the shit out that nigga.
How about the push by Jeff Teague just there that sent you into the fans? You cool with that?
I'm okay. I mean, at the end of the day, all I care about is the game. I'm just happy I didn't hurt a fan down there or hurt myself. I feel good. I went to go check on the fans down there. They're okay, so I'm good.
All right, thanks. Congratulations on the win.
All right, thanks, Lisa.
Bye.
66 points, second half from the Cleveland Cavaliers, a team playing quality basketball and very galvanizing.
If you could switch on a guy like him, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I'm 175 pounds. 275 pounds.
With LeBron James, it has always been about the king. Togetherness, teamwork, and the best Cleveland crew around LeBron has put the Cavaliers on the brink of another sweep. And today, they take a shot to make the conference finals again.
Best has no chance of winning, bro.
No snap, guarding James. LeBron with a step back, knocks down the outside shot. He has both of his field goals good, plus a couple of assists so far.
Every single season. And then
LeBron with a head of steam.
You can label it as still losing, but it's deeper than that.
Continuation, LeBron has the chance for the three-point play. And the Atlanta fans disagree. Love tries that home run outlet, hits James.
Man, he just had another gear that I feel like individually, you couldn't reach that level that he got to.
Last decade, James hits the three.
Just that gear that he kicks it to. I mean, it's not a lot of people that can do that. And, that there's a reason why he's one of the greats.
And then LeBron, being the player he is, he just started figuring this out. He's like, Jeff Teague can't guard me one-on-one. I'm just going to make him guard me, pick and roll. And it was over with.
Kyrie, come set this ball screen. Kyrie will set the ball screen. Bron will come off it fast, pull it out. And now this point guard got to guard Bron because he know y'all switching.
And you're just like, come here every time. Fuck you, Bron. Fuck you, Bron. It's exploitation. You're exploiting, and sometimes it's maybe basketball IQ, sometimes you're maybe exploiting a matchup. You've now got a favorable matchup. Part of it is not just so that you can get a shot. Part of it, like basketball boils down to, can you put two on the ball?
Yeah, and now you create the 4-on-3 on the backside.
Yeah.
LeBron comes across, all the attention comes his way, and Love.
Everyone thinks just because you get a favorable matchup that it means it's one-on-one time. Like, it's 5-on-5. And yes, if you have an opportunity to have a favorable matchup and you can beat your man, not only is the guy that's been dominating the one-on-one matchup, making the right reads individually in that matchup, he's been scoring.
How about switching hands? James on the attack. Able to finish that time.
He's been getting fouled.
Boston.
He's been drawing attention.
15 for LeBron.
I tell you, in game 3 and again today, he's had it on the perimeter.
Irving, Kyrie.
But now you're seeing the double, and now his teammates are making shots too, and the momentum shifts. The offensive team, there's nothing they can do wrong.
Hawk to shoot a free throw. He shot all 10 of them. Love again. Love comes to the corner, challenged by Sefolosha, but it doesn't matter.
Most great teams are going to send help. Can you make the right reads? Can you instill confidence in your teammates to win? You've scored twice on that favorable matchup. Do you know that the double is coming? And can you make the right reads?
Free throw. He shot all 10 of them. Love again.
His mindset of, you want to play X's and O's, I'll play whatever chess game you want and I'll beat you, is incredible because no other athlete does that to me. And that's why you lose to Bron, because Bron will play your game. He's playing your game. He's just going to beat you at it. And that's weird.
When he went back to Cleveland, those first two years, so like that 4-year period, I believe that's when he was, he's still unbelievable. But I believe that's when he was at his peak. Those last 2 years in Miami and the first 2 in Cleveland.
Players, shot clock at 2. James Jack, jumper, got it, LeBron!
I tell you, he's been outstanding today with the clock going down.
And it's over! And the Cavaliers have swept the Hawks. And Cleveland is back in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They gave us everything they had these last 2 games, and I'm happy our guys showed up and we was able to represent the way we know how to play Cavs basketball.
And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please help me out by hitting that like button, subscribe if you are new, and here are 2 new LeBron James videos that I think that you will also enjoy. So be sure to check them out, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Let's say part 3 though. We're gonna pause right here, chat.
rules, commands, MCP servers, sub-agents, modes, hooks, tools.
Welcome to a brand new LeBron James video. These are 5 NBA players remembering the day that LeBron James humiliated them on the basketball court. As part of this series, we are doing a 23-part series collection of 23 LeBron James videos in 23 weeks. If you have been enjoying this LeBron series and you are keen for this video, be sure to help me out by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 1,000 likes for the next episode. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these types of videos. And of course, there is a playlist on the top right of your screen and linked down below in the description. And if you click on that playlist, you'll find all the episodes that we've done so far. Full credit goes to all the video links on your screen right now, and of course they are also linked down below in the description, so be sure to check them out in their entirety, and this video would not be made possible without the use of these clips. Full credit to every highlight, interview and clip, which is on your screen right now. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so without further ado, here are 5 NBA players remembering the time that LeBron James humiliated them.
Damn, that's fucked up. Humiliated. I mean, everybody gotta, you know.
What about that lob? Let's go back to the lob. Let's replay the lob.
And that right there was an NBA snapshot.
Man,
that I'll never forget. Listen, you're involved in it. So talk about that lob.
I like Jason Terry, man. Me and JT cool, but god damn.
Every time I go, I'm in arenas or I'm at the grocery store. Little kids coming up to me, hey, aren't you Jason Terry? Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Then why did LeBron dunk that?
By the way,
like, come on, man.
I think our whole bench got teed up for that on that play.
Listen, when it happened, I'm gonna be honest. Did y'all think it was gonna be like this viral? We talking about 10, 15?
No.
That's what I tell people. I didn't think nothing of it. Other than it was a momentum changing play. I didn't think it was gonna be like, because it wasn't the best lob we ever had. It was a lot of lobs over the years, but
I think the body.
That's what and it was because it was Boston. They was talking trash. It was a lot of trash being talked, and you know Jet talked trash a lot to Bron because he beat. You know, JT beat them. Yeah. So he, in his mind, he feel like he owned them. He could say what he wanted to say. I got one. He got his championship tattoo.
Did you add anything to the tattoo after y'all won it?
Nothing.
You add nothing.
Not a stupid.
What did you?
Tattoo.
What was the?
They didn't want to pay me, so well they did want to pay me, but it was way below market value. So I ended up going to Boston. So I'm looking at Boston like KG,
That's
Pierce,
right, he did it again.
Rondo, Raiden
put the
left.
leprechaun on you.
Right, I put
That's
the
what it was, the
leprechaun with
leprechaun.
the
I
trophy.
remember that.
Yeah, the leprechaun. Now, how many championships? Nah, man. How many championships does the Celtics have won in their history? Like, you ain't finna make nothing happen over there. It happens. Like, you can't, and I tried to, it didn't work.
I think that's what it was, but I had just turned it over. Yeah. So I turned the ball over. So I'm trying to make up for the turnover.
They're 20 of 30.
I was coming down. I turned the ball over.
Okay.
So it's just instinct for me when you turn it over, I got to get it back.
And so I pressured him. D-Wade did the back tip. D-Wade, kicked it up to me. I had a layup, but I heard the freight train. I heard him. I heard him,
What it sound like? What it sound like?
You can hear his. One thing when you hear Bron, when he runs, you can hear it. He like, and I heard it. So I got the ball, and I was about to take a dribble and lay it up, but I heard, and I was like, oh, I don't even got to see him. I just had to make sure JT couldn't tip it. I didn't even see him. I just heard him, and so, man, when I heard him, I was just like, oh, okay, no layup here.
So I'm chasing it. I mean, I might have chased their whole team and the coach. Chase Chalmers trying to get the ball back. I got Chalmers coming at me, and then LeBron's coming down the middle. Took my eye off LeBron for 1 second.
He thought I was about to turn it over. Like, he thought I was throwing it to nobody, because he didn't see LeBron till it was too late.
Ain't nobody see him till it was too late.
Hey, well.
Turn back around, and he was already in the air. Like, in slow motion.
I just had to make sure it was high enough that JT didn't tip it. Like, and that's what it was. And it was the fact that he probably should have not jumped.
Probably.
He probably should have just turned and got.
Quick, man. Y'all can stay right here for a minute. Well, ain't nobody in this bitch. What I'm talking about. outside where it's cold at if you want to. Take your ass over there in that laundry room if you want to. Go lay in your box, fuck nigga. I don't care. You can go lay in your box, nigga. Little nigga. Alright, Chad, I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm finna go. I'm gonna be smoking. You feel me? I don't want to promote that to anybody who watches. You feel me? So I'm gonna crack this camera off for a second. Don't mind me talking to my dog. We be thugging like that. You feel me? We be on that. Me and him be on that. And it's my dog anyway. See, look at him. He trying to check me now. Like, don't be talking to me like that, cuh. You feel me? Don't worry. He don't lick me in my face. He know we don't play that shit. He know better. Get down. 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 Did you hear what I just said, nigga? Fuck wrong with you?
Out the way.
If what made me jump is what I'm trying to figure out.
What you mean what made you jump? Nigga, you a good ass defender. That's what made you jump, man. Come on, gang. Everybody get dunked on.
And I jumped, man, and he lifted me on his knee, and I was still going up with him. Like LeBron just bang, bang, it was over.
Like a
They should have arrested you for accessory to murder.
You said all you
They should have arrested you for accessory to murder.
I didn't see him coming either. I was watching you. I was focused on you on the break. I didn't see Bron
That's that
coming.
PG radar vision.
Is that what you got?
That's that PG radar. Because you heard him, but he was, and I was like, oh, nah, he close. Like, he close enough to where you could just put it anywhere in the atmosphere.
Bro,
like,
that's the same thing D-Wade said. Like, you just throw it up in the atmosphere. Like, you don't know where he at. You don't know what's going on,
put it
but you
up.
know he coming. You just throw it up somewhere.
Like, I elevated, I was in the rim. Hit the ground, man, and I didn't hop up quick. I laid there for a minute. And I think that's the picture, the meme that's out. Like, I'm laying there with my arms folded, like we in a funeral, man.
I can't front, bro. I was one of those people on social media just dying laughing at this moment.
For 3 weeks, I was checking my phone, and people were sending me messages, man, you okay? Like, numbers I haven't heard in 8 years, I'm seeing numbers pop up. Jet, are you good? You dead, big homie? You good? Like, I don't know what these people talking about. They even said in Wikipedia, they said that was my death date, and they had the date and everything on there. That's crazy, man.
The internet don't give a damn about nobody, bro. It is undefeated. What was the response from your teammates?
Oh, they was killing me in the locker room. Destroying jokes and jokes and jokes. I'm telling you, it kept up for a while.
That's crazy,
We playing Miami.
Oh, that's crazy.
Joe Kim, no, it's like, yo, Luke, your energy is crazy, right? If you know Joe Kim, you know how he's high, strong. He's like, yo, humble yourself or the game will humble you. I'm like, what? All right, whatever. All right, so we play Miami, right?
Those games were easy in the sense that you wake up in the morning, you're charged. So it wasn't like you had to get yourself in a certain state to come play when the Miami Heat came to town or when you were playing the Miami Heat, you know?
ABC game. I'm coming off an 18-point game. So I'm playing good. You know, I'm starting to feel myself a little bit. And, you know, so we playing Miami. I'm like, yeah, I had a thing. If a team cut me, I was going to have a good game against them because I'm like, I'm going to make y'all.
Make them pay.
So I was playing good. Woo-woo. Then the play happened.
I know where this is going to go.
Then the play happened.
He ain't really dunk on him, though. Come on,
So
that's
Rip
bullshit.
Hamilton.
He ain't dunk on that, man.
I'm like, Rip,
No, I don't
back
agree
screen
with that.
coming.
Let's
Like,
watch
get
this.
through. Back screen, like, because, you know, Tiz, we're a defensive team, so we know somebody you got to fall back. So I'm like, back screen coming. So he don't move, he stops. So, okay, of course, I got to bag up, take away, you know, that. So we boom. I'm like this, I'm backing up, you know, guard you, man, like I'm doing this. So I'm like this. They throw the ball up. I was like,
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Who is that for?
Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, So he, you know,
Oh,
come
my
over.
God, I ain't see
know
all
he
that.
jumped
Oh,
over me at the time. He
my
dunked it. Boom.
God,
They
no,
go
you
crazy,
got damn, dog.
Man, I'm like,
No, you. That image right there, bro. That's what did it. That man jumped over you.
You know, come over. I didn't know he jumped over me at the time.
That's
He dunked.
crazy.
Boom.
Hey, bro,
It
really, I
crazy.
gotta go watch Braun, bro.
Man, I'm like,
He does it again.
That's outrageous.
He said, I didn't know he jumped over
I
me.
didn't know. So my whole thing was like, oh shit, he dunked on me. Let me go get a bucket real quick.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, take the ball out. So I'm rushing down court. Tibbs called timeout. Oof. So
you gotta sit
that's
there.
the worst. So now they like, oh, like just going crazy. You know that Miami, you know
playing
how
on the
Miami
replay of
fans
the
are.
score.
Oh, everybody got white on in there. Look like you had a. So we on the bench and like, I'm like this. I'm looking at the circle thing. And like Joe Kim and Taj, we all like it's just quiet.
Yeah.
Like the coaches huddle up in the middle before they come give you the game plan, right? So we all I'm like, oh, like this, and Joe and like Taj gave me this thing like, like yeah, that happened right there. So I get back to I turned both my phones. I had two phones at the time. I turned both them off. I'm like, I ain't want it for nobody.
Humble yourself for the game will humble you.
And that's what stayed with me.
I know, but that's your
Cause
opinion.
I was feeling
you feel
myself.
Me? Like, ain't nobody gonna make me think
you just
Braun
got,
better than
you just
Jordan.
got.
But I got humble.
I watched
Right?
Jordan. I
'Cause
watched
I was
Braun.
like,
this
playing
is-
good.
Okay, bro. Let's have this conversation. Let me tell you why I say what I say about Braun, bro. I've watched Braun, right, and it's the same way I used to feel about Kobe, bro. And I feel like this, right? If I take my time, 45 minutes out of my life, to sit and watch you play, right, and you have a bad game, cool. You had a bad game. And then I watch you again, you have a bad game, cool. And then I watch you again, you have a bad game. It's like when I was watching Braun play, I was watching him early off, right? And he wasn't who he is today. So it's like I can watch Braun play on the Lakers now and be like, okay, cool, right? He's not having great games. When Braun was great doing the Miami shit and all, I wasn't really watching basketball like that.
We winning. Yeah, it got me back humble.
Not the way I was watching them when Jordan was.
How often do you get asked about that?
Oh man, I got off the plane yesterday and somebody was like, "Hey, that's the dude LeBron jumped over." When I got off the plane, I was like, "Well, welcome to Miami." That's why I said to myself, it's good. It was a hell of a play. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but every time I walk into the locker room, they got a big picture of him jumping over me before you enter into the locker room. So I'm always reminded of what happened here.
That's all.
When he jumped over you? Yeah, I would hate that you would do that.
That's the only reason why
I
I
will
formed this
understand it because I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame. There's gonna be a Lucas in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's just I might be in there for that though, but when he gets inducted, but it's all good though. I'm probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame when he as a picture of him doing it.
Picks off Hamilton, and he goes right over Lucas. I didn't even see
Right
that.
over
Play
him,
originally.
not
But
around
the whole time I'm looking at Instagram, Twitter, people like, oh, LeBron jumped over you. I'm like, what would he do with you?
Nah, that ain't the way.
We pretty much had everything under control.
That ain't the way.
And then it happened.
Oh my God! That's the worst one right there. That's worse to me. That man put you in a chicken wing.
You know, D. Jones never had a chance.
Put that man in a
The
chicken
minute
wing.
I saw it happen, I knew they were going to be showing that dunk over and over and over again.
I got fouled. It was an offensive foul. He short. He came down on my head, and I grabbed my head. That was the worst part of it.
14 years later, he's still arguing foul call.
From every angle they had.
Put that man in a chicken wing.
Down low.
Straight up.
Up high.
Look at him. Got him in a
Slow
chicken. Looks like a chicken wing, man. Put that man in a chicken wing.
You name it, they'll run it.
Looks like a chicken wing you buy a hair of. Right now.
You forever.
That nigga look like a Harold's chicken wing.
This is one of the biggest ideas we've ever had to pull off.
I tweeted out that I've been sitting on this idea for a commercial. And Mark, the founder,
He knows that was
Harold's chicken
I guess things could have turned out worse. You could have lost the game. Damn, did D. Jones get banged on?
Man, That was a tough thing because
you're trying to get over there and get back.
To begin to play, I turned the basketball over.
Right.
And when you turn the basketball over with Stan Van Gundy, you have to get back on defense. And it just so happened that I made a bad read. I should have just tried to grab Jeff McGinnis instead of trying to, you know.
He's trying to play defense, Rachel. We're not going to shame somebody who's trying to play defense.
But the crazy part about it is, when I went up, we were, you know, on the same plane, and then he just went a little higher than I did. And the crazy part about it is, the referee, he was so into the dunk. I got fouled. It was an offensive foul. He's short. He came down on my head, and I grabbed my head. That was the worst part of it.
How did you feel getting dunked on by LeBron James? Huh? Because everybody said you got dunked on.
Oh, okay. I think about Paul Pierce.
We're really trying to find too much. Such good play by AD. LeBron trained down the top.
Well, you know what?
Well, let me see
old
this
saying, what starts fucked up usually ends fucked up.
Monster dunk, but I've seen better dunks from LeBron, but not when he's in his 21st season at age 39. The man is phenomenal. Major props. I don't know why Podcast P, Paul George, would put himself in that situation.
Shannon, how many
I don't understand. I understand that.
That play, I'm like, I got the ball, right? And we're going in transition. And I see T-Man, bro. T-Man looks wide open. Out of nowhere, I think D'Angelo comes and like takes the pass away from T-Man, because I'm looking to throw the ball ahead to kick it to T-Man for a wide open corner three.
Right.
So now I'm like caught, like, fuck, where do I go next? Then next person, well, throw it up to the biggest motherfucker on the floor. Like, Zoo, help.
And it was close. Yeah,
I almost got it over. Ball gets, I think AD deflected it, right? AD deflects it. LeBron gets it. So it's already, I fucked the play up. Like, damn. So then he's going full speed down the court.
Oh, that's the actor.
Yeah, I mean, he was dribbling the ball for a very long time with T-Man riding his hip, and I don't know if you can hear it through the mic on the goal, but I told him to dunk. Well, I'm not going to use my exact words, but I told him to dunk it before he dunked it. So to see it actually happen is pretty crazy. So, but that's Bron, though.
So I see a guy to my left. I'm like, all right, let me try to cat and mouse this a little bit. I think,
That's what gets you, cat and mouse.
The cat and mouse gets you. Usually, Bron gives it up to get it back, right?
Yeah.
So I see he's not giving it up. So like my next train of thought is like, all right, let me try to pick him up a little earlier, like, you know. But at the same time, it's like, all right, I gotta get ready to absorb the contact too. So I'm like kind of trying to back up a little bit at the same time. I don't know, bro. It was just like a deer in the headlights. Like I don't know what to do right here. Like before I could think about the next thing to do, I was just stuck. Like
I mean, he took off from far.
Yeah.
And he was there, but like if you fell down,
if I would have fell, it would have been because
it would have been you like.
For LeBron to still show that athleticism at 39 years old is crazy impressive.
Nah,
like,
it's crazy.
James did have that look though. Like I hate when James do that shit too. James did give you that look like. You be like, damn.
Last time you were clowned in the group chat.
Oh, probably when Bron dunked on me.
Sabrina Stu is able to get the fresh 14 for the Lakers. Look out below! Oh my Lord!
Man, you know, they'll play that pick three.
Yeah, I mean that was like a severe clown, and I just, you know, some things you get out ahead of, right? But I was like, all right, guys, let's hear it.
That was your first text when you got to the.
Oh yeah, I was like, all right, let's hear it. All right, so like that'll be on a career highlight for him, especially with the Lakers.
100%.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it had to be him, right? Like that's what he says. Like, man, just get out of the way.
It was after offensive rebound, so I was diving down the middle. And once I got the bounce pass and I put my left leg down into the ground, that's when I looked up. And to be completely honest, I hate it had to be him. He's my guy. That's my brother, and I hope I'm still invited to the wedding. That's all. And that's not even in my all-time dunk. So I take it out. I didn't mean it. K-Love, I love you, and I take it back. I wish I could take those 2 points back, and we still win the game by 9. So.
First of all, it happens to everybody, but that was definitely a moment, the last moment that I got clowned on that group chat at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, but you
Big
get
moment.
it.
Like I really, that was a lot.
Where do you rank that poster?
At the very last spot, because it's K-Love. Listen, when I turned that corner and I looked up, I was like, no, please, Kev, just move. I hate it because he should know once I get that go-go gadget calf muscle on, get going, then, I'm going to take off. So I hated it happened to be him. So I'm going to take that one even out of my posters. I didn't like that one because that's my guy.
No, I think Richard was like, oh my God. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, help me out by hitting that like button, subscribe if you are new, and of course, here are 2 new videos I think that you will also enjoy if you enjoyed this video. Welcome to the 20 greatest NBA players and legends who shared their thoughts on LeBron James. If you don't know by now, we are doing a 23-part series collection of 23 LeBron James videos in 23 weeks. If you have missed any of the other episodes, there's a playlist link on the top right of your screen and link down below in the description, so be sure to check those videos out. These videos do take a lot of time to edit and piece up all together, so I'd really appreciate if you guys could help me out by hitting that like button. It really goes a long way to supporting the channel, and if you're new and enjoy these types of videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button too. And of course, all video, podcast, clips and highlights are on the screen right now and linked down below in the description, so be sure to check them out in their entireties. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so be sure to grab your popcorn, sit back and relax, because here are the 20 greatest NBA players sharing their thoughts on LeBron James.
We have never seen in the NBA a player like LeBron James.
I look at LeBron and what he's done is mind blowing. With what he's had to work with, he's taken every rookie coach he's had to the NBA Finals. So from an educational standpoint and a knowledge base,
that's crazy.
Where did this brain come from?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the Einstein of basketball. Because when you look at myself, you look at a Jordan, you look at a Shaq, we had Hall of Fame coaches. That came from somewhere. I look at LeBron James and I go, where'd he get all this? Because he can look at your coach, figure out your defensive scheme. He can look at your substitution pattern. He can read the stat sheet, and then he can, not only read it, but he can dissect it. Then he can come back and put together a game plan, and then he can go out and implement it. And you just don't walk in from high school with no institutional knowledge and dominate a sport for the years that he's dominated. So when you talk about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, I look at from the neck up, not necessarily from the neck down.
So are you saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I would pick LeBron James.
Of course
you would. Yeah. If I'm trying to build a team,
like Jordan, bro. Isaiah don't like Jordan, bro. Isaiah has stated he don't like Jordan, and it's pretty much because he couldn't get a championship because of Jordan. You feel me? So this is biased to me, right? But it is what it is.
Going with the brain, okay? If I got to get 40 points or 50 points, then
Jordan
I'm taking out Michael Jordan.
So
LeBron James just came in from high school and
Jordan
said,
will call your play out
7
too.
straight
That's
finals.
why he has. That's why Jordan was at one point the best defender, right? At several. He got like 10, right? Because he knew where you was passing the ball. You feel me? I have seen several games with Jordan to tell Scotty point to a spot, and that's where the ball went. So cut it out, man.
James is the most talented player that I've ever seen, and the reason being, sometimes you hear people make a statement, but they don't back it up with nothing. And let me explain to you.
LeBron is my size or bigger.
About 265, 275, and I would say to do the things that he do, we will never see it again. So all of those haters out there, sit back and enjoy. Every now and then, you see a player come through, and you say, wow.
When you look at what LeBron have done and how long that lasted,
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. So you give that credit, but I will not sit here and tell you, start labeling them.
People don't know how to take them, so they become haters. Haters need to be aware and say, enjoy this guy.
First time he was in the finals was 2007. I wasn't playing basketball. That's crazy to think about.
basically grew up watching him play. Obviously, when you're young, you follow kind of the hype. Athletic, can dunk over everybody, you know, guy that goes downhill, he's like a train, you know, bulldoze his way in there, like all that, which when I came in and I understand, you know, the way he operates is, and this guy's like, he's a genius. He knows how to play the game of basketball. For 21 years, he's been extremely consistent. You know, he's always available for his team.
No,
you know,
sure.
that's what he does. You know, in order for him to win. It's incredible, man. It's totally incredible, but for me, probably arguably the best player to ever play this game. If not, some guys might say he's number 2, but other guys, me, might say he's number 1.
The things that he is doing on the court now, I mean, I'm a big Michael Jordan guy. I mean, that was my era, but LeBron's making a great argument to be, you know, one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
He's always been a great player.
Facts.
But now he puts those other guys in a position where they can be successful. And he's learned how to help them against all odds. They were down 3-1. No one gave them a chance to win it, and they were able to put it together. But really it comes down to how much are you willing to sacrifice, right? How much are you willing to put everyone else in a position where they can be successful?
Who's the player that's playing in the NBA today, Elgin Baylor, that could have held his own in the league while you were playing and with the rules that you were playing on?
No doubt about it. LeBron James. I mean, he's like a freak of nature. I mean, this guy, man, he's built like Hercules. I mean, he's 6'8", and I think he weighs like 275 or 280. I mean, he should be out there playing football too. But I mean, he is one heck of an athlete.
Really good to play with. Really great guy, really great player. If you're open, he gonna get it to you. He gonna get it to you. So that's why, you know, when they talk about LeBron being one of the best ever, I do agree. But, you know, the numbers will always be, you know, skewed, whether who's 1, 2, or 3. And
Facts.
It's a great conversation to be in. Like, I wish I was in that GOAT conversation. He gonna have 4 rings. He already passed up Kobe. He already passed up Mike. Now he passed up Kareem. So if that don't make him the greatest basketball player is, I don't know, you know, what we're talking about.
You know, I always say Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You know, if he really surpasses Kareem in the scoring record, I mean, it's I'm sort of running out of arguments for Michael. I mean, what this guy has done has been nothing short of incredible. The longevity, and you know.
Now, this is where I look at it, right? Right now, they're talking about this is his 21st season. Jordan stopped playing basketball after 15, I think. Could be wrong, but it's somewhere in there, right? Cut LeBron career at 15, and he don't add up.
I always say, you know, being called king at 15 and how he turned out and what he's done for communities where he played and changed so many lives.
So if I'm judging some shit, right, and it's like this guy scored more than this guy, right? Cool. But then when we go to titles, Jordan got more titles. Everything. Offense, defense, championships. He got them all. LeBron ain't yet beat none of those, right? He beat scoring. That's it. But he's been here 40 fucking years, gang. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
He's a very, very special athlete.
Like,
and I think for now we need to appreciate that watching him and at the level he's playing at.
I mean, this is what it is. I told you, man. I said this
earlier. If you're going off his score, you're using math. Okay, so then we have to use time frame because that's math. We have to use time frame of the amount of time Jordan played and the amount of time Bron played, right? And Jordan still win that argument.
Man, this is changing of the guard.
That's a fact.
Of everything we know the game to be. And this first part of the transition of now Bron being king of the hill.
When we talk about the GOAT, man, he might be the GOAT. I think that right there
this
probably
is why they keep saying Mike.
Lord, think about
this. This is why these niggas keep saying he
40,000. Think about high school, bro. Think how many buckets you not put up. Think about just Lord, he's gonna have 40,000 points, Pete, in the fucking NBA, bro.
Crazy.
See, this is what makes him go on top of the list to me. This shit right here. If we talking about shot making, we talking about ability, we talking about skill, he in all those conversations, but now you're doing some shit where, yeah, the greatest couldn't even do this. Wilt couldn't do this.
Jordan couldn't do this. 38? Man, 38 in the league is really like 45. Look, and you know what's so crazy? He's such a humble kid, such a humble guy. He ain't step on everybody like he could have. Y'all, everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. It's over. Ain't nothing to talk about no more, right? Man. Everybody in their lane now.
And for some reason, I don't know why, I think a lot of people don't give him his just due sometime because he's such an incredible player. He's a Swiss Army knife. He does everything.
Once again,
rebound, passes, block shots,
these
scores
are folks
the ball.
That get paid to go with the
and I think when he leaves
the
game,
people are paid
I think his
to
legacy
go with everybody's
will be
opinion,
huge.
Or motherfuckers hate him on the internet.
Near where Jordan's legacy has been. But this player, someone I admire a lot. I mean, he competes every night. He doesn't take nights off.
Do you think LeBron James is up there with the greatest?
See, Shumpert said some shit too, right? Shumpert played with both, right? Was it Shumpert? Let me chill before I think it was Shumpert. I could be wrong, bro. I think it was Shumpert, though, that said Jordan came to a practice at 50 years old, gang, got on the bench team and beat the starters, right? Ain't that the same shit? Is that not the same shit?
Players of all time.
And I'm not taking up for Jordan, bro. That's his own man. He can fight his own battle, bro. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yes. According to the position that he plays, you know, when people start comparing him with Jordan, then that's not a fair comparison. Because, Jordan's far more superior player. I mean, that's not taking away anything away from LeBron James because he's a great player.
He said it, I didn't.
But it's not a fair comparison because I think
it's most
Jordan
definitely
is
not a
much
fair
faster
comparison.
player.
Like, take him out of that comparison.
LeBron is not as good as Michael Jordan.
Of all times, but when you put him up
Come
against
on.
Jordan, L.
What do you think?
L.
LeBron is in a class by himself. What is legacy anyway? You know, a guy can play or he can't play. Well, legacy is after you're through with the game and gone and look back on your career. All this legacy stuff people talk about before a guy even finishes playing, it's just TV talk.
Let's talk about the Michael LeBron thing. They played in different eras. Mm-hmm. They're, in my opinion, they're right there. It's either A or B.
Okay.
LeBron James is the only one who didn't struggle right away.
Right.
He came in and was a good player. He wasn't great right away, but he was a good player.
Right.
But also in this generation where everybody's got a cell phone and people out to get you, he's never gotten in trouble. He's exceeded what the NBA.
He has gotten in trouble. I ain't gonna bring it up, but I can bring up 3 or 4 things that he did. Right? He also got caught texting that young ass girl that put that shit on. That's not
any expectations.
Like I'm saying, bro, this is media, bro. These guys get paid to have these opinions, bro. I promise you. And most of these guys talking shit played Jordan. They know better than that.
Never get in trouble in this generation.
Shut the fuck up. If you play Jordan, and
like I say,
LeBron,
everybody's got a cell phone now.
Straight up, shut the fuck
People
up.
are deliberately trying to get you.
And put some socks on, Charles. Nasty foot.
I think it's the greatest sports story ever.
It's like when he was in his 14th, 15th year, I was just like, when he's his 17th, 18th year, it's just like, damn, that's actually is dope. When you're 39 in your 20th year, and then like half your life is in the league, and then you played against like 40% of the players that's ever played in the league, it's just like, that longevity has to mean something.
No, for
that
sure.
has to be a standard.
Yeah, that's what put him in the
Like,
conversation.
if you really
dog.
truly want to know what greatness is like, of course you can accumulate championships in a short amount of time and accolades in a short amount of time. You can have a nice, quick spurt of moment, but like, I truly appreciate somebody who's been in that shit for a long time.
There is no denying like his greatness in terms of what he can do on the court, and like sometimes you're in, even when you're playing against him, you're in awe because it's like the way he controls the tempo of the game,
Curry, that SC
the
is
way
hard.
he can dominate scoring, passing, just his overall just presence and his IQ, like all
That's
that stuff.
crazy
Like, we
because
all
I just now noticed that he got the S on his hat, he got the C on his hat, but then at the bottom it also turns into G for the Golden State. You feel me? It's also a G and the S. That's hard. That's a hard ass hat.
talk about it, and you have to appreciate your competition if you want to beat them, because there's got to be that, you know, as coach would call it, the appropriate fear.
Absolutely.
But people always compare eras too, right? And they always say we're more buddy-buddy than eras of past because there ain't no fights on the court. Like, we all work out with each other.
No, that's cap.
We got
That's cap.
business
The aggression
crossover,
is still
friendships, like all that stuff off the court. And they always talk about like that's ruining the game. He's an amazing basketball player, and he brings the best out of you, and you know you have to be your best if you're going to try to beat him. I think he feels vice versa, and so you love those experiences. Somebody's got to win, and it's part of the nature of what we're dealing with. But there's so much respect and again appreciation for the battles and the experiences and the back and forth, because it's basketball at the highest level. And
First, there was smooth, creamy peanut butter, and then, boom, chocolatey goodness. They came together in sweet, fluffy perfection. Peanut butter cup.
What the puff? This thing has 17 grams of protein.
I thought this was about dinosaurs.
Fluffy, chocolatey, and packed with protein.
I'm sorry,
What
Chad.
the pup?
that's all you can ask for.
Are you aware that there are some of your diehard fans that have an issue with LeBron being termed as part of the family?
Yeah, I hear that, but listen, if you're a fan of mine, you're a fan of winning. And whether you're a fan of his or not, if you were a fan and you don't agree with what he's saying and now he just lost a fan, he's fine with that. Because he's going to do what's right. And I think that's a great example for all of us.
Well, I mean, I'm of the mindset that his legacy as one of the all-time greats is already sealed. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, he's already done that.
Well, yeah.
You would agree with that assessment,
Yeah.
obviously, right?
Yeah. I think, for me, I'm sure for Bron as well, is, the way we approach the game is the same way we approach life. You do the right thing. You make the right play. You make the right play. And in life, it's the same thing. What do you feel in your heart is the right thing to do? And you do that. It seems so simple, but sometimes the simplest things are the hardest things to do. Like, he's going to do what's right. And we're about winning championships. So they'll fall in line.
You could just tell what he was going to be and who he was going to be, and that he was going to be such a dominant player for such a long time.
Tim Duncan played for like 20 years.
It was great playing games early and again late in my career. And just watching his trajectory of his career, you could just see it coming. But playing against a young LeBron and an older LeBron, two different players, two totally different players, and it was fun to watch and be a part of.
As far as playing basketball, you've got to enjoy this guy. If you're a basketball fan, you got to sit back and go, "Wow, how did he do that?" Or I always say, "Boy, I wish I had his speed."
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that kid does out there, he's by far our best player in this league. I don't think there's really anyone next to him. I think he's there, then you go down the list.
You always talk about the great play. I tell people, quit whining about LeBron. Enjoy him while he's here. He's unbelievable. I mean, he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest ever. Then you go back, I played against Magic, Michael, Kareem. I mean, the list goes on and on. So it's hard to pick one guy. But
that's a fact.
I mean,
I agree.
It just seems like everybody in their era thinks their era is the best. I don't buy any of that.
Right.
Things change.
There's nobody at that height and size that can move that fast.
But this is what...
And also go through contact and still score. We've never seen it before.
Right. I'm just going to keep my comment on that one because
still
this
make
is
his
why
teammates
Jordan's
better.
still my
So
GOAT.
he's leading in so many different
This is
ways.
why Jordan's still my GOAT, gang.
He can score.
You feel me?
He can defend.
6'6",
he can
bro.
rebound. He
6'6",
can
bro.
assist. We've never seen that at a guy that size
6'6",
and that
bro.
fast and that strong.
Right.
But also, we forget, he's the smartest dude.
Right.
His basketball IQ is so far above everybody else. He reads situations. He reads the game. He could do it all. And I think at the end of the day, to pass two Lakers, you're on the Lakers.
Right.
And now you're going to pass me, and then eventually Kareem to be the all-time leading scorer? Wow. And number 3 all-time in assists?
Right.
Wow. Wow. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
So who do you think is the greatest player of all time?
I didn't know he was
I think we can't
top
determine
3
that.
in assists. I didn't know that.
It's impossible to determine that. The circle has to keep getting bigger because there's more and more great players coming through that deserve to be in the circle.
But next, I'm gonna show y'all why
I
Jordan
just try to acknowledge everybody, and
we're gonna watch this video next.
I
and then
let
I'm gonna go play
the people
game.
that go to sports
Next,
bars, they
I'm
can
gonna show
argue
y'all the
about it. They
video
order their wings and their brews, and they
shows
can
the
start arguing.
comparison of
But
Jordan
we're not
and
going to
LeBron,
figure this
and it's
one
not
out.
even in the same
LeBron's
realm,
career
bro.
is one of
And he played
someone who
fucking
planned
How long he been
to
playing
dominate
fucking
this game, and he immediately started
20,
to
30 seasons?
have his effect. And it's gone for almost 20 years now. So I think that you got to give him credit for
20,
just the way that he planned to last and to dominate.
Disappointment to me, to win, you got to lose. To be successful, you got to have something that's not successful. 2005, they voted me as like the best or the most popular athlete. It's ironic that I'm the youngest of the 3. So in essence, it's all relevated on who is watching now. If you ask 20 years from now, I'm pretty sure LeBron may be.
That's crazy Jordan just said that, right? Because Jordan era, Jordan made more people watch basketball. Jordan took basketball universal, right? Jordan took basketball across United States, right? Jordan took basketball to China, fucking Korea, fucking Lebanon, wherever you want. People knew about basketball that when Johnson and Hakeem and all them was playing, that people didn't know shit about basketball, right? Jordan made basketball nation, right? So when he just said, like, it matters who's watching, that was a real hard statement.
Me, based on who's going to be making the voting. So if you ask me, I could never give you an opinion about things like that because as an athlete, all you want to do is be the best athlete you can be.
We're playing different eras. He's an unbelievable player. He's one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. I know it's a natural tendency to compare.
It is hard to hear Jordan say that, bro, but this is what made Jordan Jordan.
Eras to eras, and it's going to continue to happen. I'm a fan of his. I love watching him play, but it's as you can see, our league is starting to expand on very talented players, and I think he's made his mark. He will continue to do so over a period of time, but when you start the comparisons, I think it is what it is. It's just a standard measurement. And I take it with a grain of salt. He is a heck of a basketball player, without a doubt.
And let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comment section. If you did enjoy it, please help me out by hitting that like button, subscribe if you are new, and here are 2 new videos I think that you will also enjoy. So be sure to check them out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
We're gonna watch this right quick, bro. This is what made me say Jordan's still the GOAT.
Extra is what sets your business apart.
Let's get to it.
You're the kind to make it from scratch.
Matter of fact, let's go and hit a like on this one. Let me make sure it's the video though before I hit a like on it. We gotta watch this for y'all to see why I feel how I feel, right? We have to. We can close it out on that. Yonk! 3 players. Nobody. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. 3 players. All trying to stop this man. Every time he went up, he had defense. 1, 2. That's 3 because he pushed him, but we gonna say 2. Nobody's in front of him. Always somebody on Jordan. Nobody's on LeBron right now. And this is why we say this era was soft. That's get that shit out. Somebody's on Jordan. We shot that. Let's just pay attention. weren't no free shots when Jordan was playing.
Jordan versus LeBron. LeBron versus Jordan. It's a debate that has captured the public's attention for the last several years, especially after this moment in 2016, when LeBron James beat the Golden State Warriors to win the 3rd championship of his career. In LeBron's own words,
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time. That's what I felt. I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
But did it? Is everything since that moment simply icing on LeBron's cake? Or is LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow? We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more durable.
And from Jordan supporters.
Michael Jordan was merely 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT debate isn't as simple as the pundits make it seem.
Thank you.
There are a number of factors relevant in determining the greatest basketball player of all time. In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really matter when determining the GOAT of any sport. These criteria are, in no particular order, accomplishments, longevity, winning, statistics, and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test. And to be the GOAT, you don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board.
Fact.
So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert Horry did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation. When we're finished with this video, it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top.
But it don't, right?
But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who was the better basketball player. If we were talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped
Say it again. I just said
is
that.
Nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire, changed the way players played and how they dressed, and he even made it cool for guys to be bald.
No, for real, bro. Listen to me, gang. Just right quick, bro. Just listen to me right quick, bro. Before Jordan, Nike sold golf shoes. That's it. All they sold was golf shoes. They didn't sell no other type of shoe. After Jordan came,
and while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court. So let's evaluate the criteria that matter, and we'll start with individual accomplishments. Take a look. Jordan had more regular...
Rolly, what you saying now? What you saying, bro? What you saying? I'm waiting on you. Oh yeah. I'm waiting on you, gang. What you saying? You feel me? Come on.
Their season MVPs, twice as many finals MVPs, 9 more scoring titles, and several more selections to the NBA's...
So what's this is when it says 10 scoring titles, right? Right? I mean, he was the top scorer that year, right? You see LeBron's? So the longevity is what got LeBron in the conversation. I get that. But the individual accolades, he don't fucking come close, nigga. That's like comparing Dove soap. I mean, that's like comparing... I'm trying to think of the name of the dishwashing detergent I'm thinking of. You know the shit we all use. I can't think of the name of it right now. But that's like comparing that to Joy dish detergent. Right? It's still good dish detergent, but it just ain't better than the shit I can't think of the name of it right now. Let me show you.
All-defensive team, including once being named Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron has more All-Star appearances, but that's largely due to his having played more seasons. In fact, when taking into account retirements and major injuries, Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making Jordan significant lead in accomplishments.
So at this point, LeBron has played 17 seasons and Jordan only played 13. And they're still making a comparison. And Jordan is blowing him out the fucking water, man.
All the more impressive.
Water, man.
And that's to say nothing of MJ's brilliant college career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the
Year. And Charles Barkley just said that Jordan came in the league struggling, which was cap.
Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college. So regardless of whether you're a LeBron fan or MJ fan, you have to give the accomplishments checkmark to Jordan. The second criteria in our GOAT analysis is longevity. And this one is also a no-brainer, but this time in favor of LeBron. Not only has LeBron played more seasons in the league, but he's had a longer peak than Jordan. Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted 16 years and is still going. And he's been incredibly durable during that time, missing significant time to injury only in 2019. That said, the claim that LeBron has been much more durable than Michael has been a bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11 times in his career, including all 82 games an incredible 9 times. Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games just once. So both LeBron and Jordan get high marks for their durability. But durability aside, the bottom line is that LeBron has sustained his level of excellence for a much longer period of time than Jordan, which puts the longevity checkmark squarely in LeBron's corner.
1-1.
That brings us to the third GOAT criteria, winning.
We know who
As we all know, Jordan won 6 championships. LeBron has won 3. Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. LeBron is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the final in the third GOAT criteria, winning. As we all know, Jordan won 6 championships. LeBron has won 3. Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA.
Name another motherfucking player that went 6-0 in the NBA Finals. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. I'll wait.
Finals, LeBron is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the finals 9 times compared to only 6 times for Jordan, but let's not pretend that making the finals is the same thing, or even close to the same thing, as winning a title. Take a prime example from another sport, the Buffalo Bills.
Hey man,
they're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just 1 Super Bowl win?
Facts.
Frankly, talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game and ask them how they felt afterward. Almost universally, their feelings are of sadness, anger, and disappointment. And that's just the fans. For players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I had to, I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past Michael and the Bulls. And first of all, I don't think I've ever gotten over it, number one. But
this is when honesty
that
come
was traumatic.
Traumatic.
And it's painful.
And this is the same way why Isaiah was saying the shit he was saying, bro. It hurt to lose some shit to a nigga that's supposed to be just as good as you are, right? When we look at NBA professionals, we feel like they all on the same level, right? So when you got niggas like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, you feel me? We can add a couple other, Ivo, you feel me? We can add a gang of people. Look, I'm not, you know, my brain going clutter right now. It's a lot of people that can be discussed in this GOAT conversation, right? But when it comes to 6-0 in the finals, that's something we have never seen and probably will never see again. He never lost when he made it to the finals, bro. He never lost when he made it to the finals.
Apply with Citizens Fast Line and close on your HELOC in as little as 1 week.
I'm gonna let reality speak for
So we can all stop with this false equivalence between winning the championship and finishing runner-up. In the words of Herm Edwards,
you play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Now back to Jordan and LeBron. As mentioned, on basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals, Jordan was 6-0. LeBron was 3-6. And frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11. LeBron is 18-31. And that's because in 4 of his 6 finals losses, LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive. Twice he got swept, and 2 other times he lost 4-1. that includes being on the wrong side of the two most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's poor finals record is that his competition was so tough. Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a Celtics team stacked with 5 Hall of Famers, and they conveniently gloss over the fact that LeBron reached the finals so many times in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak. During the vast majority of his career, LeBron played in what many dubbed the Leastern Conference because the East was so much weaker than the West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days, the East was generally considered the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers. That said, if you want to blame LeBron's failure in the finals on the level of his competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season. So as it turns out, both players faced stiff competition in the finals. But a big reason we don't hold the 93 Suns, the 96 Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents is because, unlike LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Which goes to my original point, that the difference between winning the title and finishing runner-up is huge. And the reason those teams never won the title? This guy. Look, I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams that LeBron faced 4 times in the finals.
They was, bro.
The truth is that—
What the fuck are you talking about? You just said they had 5 All-Stars on their team, bro. Okay? 5.
That Jordan never played a juggernaut quite like that.
Golden State had
But there's
3,
a pretty good
maybe
reason
4.
for that. Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut. They were the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year. And as the Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships. Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater achievement? Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut? Or to be more specific, beating the juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times he faced them? Or being the juggernaut year after year after year? And then doing it again, year after year after year. There's no doubt that LeBron's victory over the 73-win Warriors was the highlight of his career. But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship, and there actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years? Prior to Jordan's Bulls, only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA, when they incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons. However, back then, there was an average of less than 10 teams in the league, and only a couple rounds of playoffs, so it was considerably easier to win a title. And no player, not even Bill Russell, ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series, as Michael Jordan did. And Michael's pattern of winning goes beyond the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics, and he also earned an NCAA championship, in which he hit the first of 2 iconic championship-winning shots in his career. All that is to say, when it comes to winning, the checkmark clearly goes to Jordan.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real Victor.
On to the 4th GOAT criteria, statistics. This one is a bit more complicated. I mean, how do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different eras under different rules at different positions?
You use math.
One way of doing it is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball. Points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. And we'll focus on per game stats rather than cumulative stats, since cumulative stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own category of the GOAT analysis. Per game stats, on the other hand, is more of an apples to apples comparison. So looking at the 8 traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5.
6'6". 6'6", he shouldn't even come close in rebounds at all. He shouldn't. I can get the steals, right? Like, you shorter, you should be better at steals. I get that. Assists, LeBron got that. I get it. He a big guy. He shouldn't be getting assists like that. You feel me? Jordan with the steals is cool. The blocks, he should not have more blocks. Jordan should have nowhere near more blocks than LeBron. Field goal percentage, of course. Jordan had people on his team who he can pass the ball to. Forgive me for saying this, but LeBron pretty much had Irving, Kyrie, right? Like, no shade to Wade, no shade to Bosh, no shade to Shumpert. I fuck with all of them, right? Look at the turnovers.
5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking.
Though is an amazing feat. I won't lie. That's an amazing feat. It probably give him an extra check, right? But even with the extra check, they coming up short.
At statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics? Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst, or probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional stats like the ones we just mentioned. Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times. In fact, Jordan has the highest career PER in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular analytics stat is win shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times, LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times, LeBron 6 times. And when it comes to win shares per 48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs. What about box plus minus? Until recently, LeBron was actually ahead of Jordan in career box plus minus. But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed. So he made some changes to improve its formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and the playoffs. And lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James? Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat, and as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance. That said, according to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played. And on a per-game basis, MJ's career rating in value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the playoffs. Are you noticing a theme here? Not only does Jordan beat LeBron in every ratable analytic stat, he consistently ranks as the best ever across the board. Before we move on from analytics, I want to mention a lesser-known stat called game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger. Game score measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here. That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan.
Okay, I was waiting to see if it was going to happen before I stopped the video, right? One of the things that people say is Jordan can't go left, right? So we finna see that shit right here, right? If he go left one time, you full of shit.
Game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger.
If he go left one
game
time,
score measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here.
Buckets.
That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan.
He's left.
In other words, nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single-game performances over the last 4 decades has been by MJ.
Left.
That includes the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece.
That's middle.
Comparatively, LeBron has had only 3 of the top 100 game scores. When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have one game to save humanity. Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
Well, Nick, I think we have our
Space
answer.
Jams, white boy?
Now that I've finished drowning you in numbers, let's be real. Hardly anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, or game score. And why should you? This is basketball, not Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But this time, let's add context to them. What do I mean by context? Well, some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats. Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum, if we simply compare the number of rebounds per game of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of their roles on the court. So it makes sense that, to understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played. When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played
y'all remember LeBron James had the chance to go at Kobe one-on-one in the playoff game? What'd he do? He passed it.
To understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played.
He want that smoke.
When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games, this is where he ranks. Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games. As good as LeBron is compared to other small forwards, Jordan is on another level when compared to other shooting guards. He's darn near the top of every major statistical category, and there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats or analytics, and especially when judging these players in the context of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron. As such, we have to give the check mark to Jordan.
Protect your dreams under our roof. American Family Insurance.
And that takes us to the last category in our GOAT analysis, the eye test. And to be clear, by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or jumps higher. None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murasan would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action, what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball fan. And I've had the privilege of watching both LeBron and Jordan during their playing days. So unlike a lot of my fellow YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes told me when I saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game. He had the best mid-range game. He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players who dominated the post were big men. He was widely considered the most clutch player in the game. He was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice. And when all was said and done, amongst the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing against the elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable. But to be the best at all of them? I tell you, it's impossible, but for the fact that we saw Michael Jordan do it.
Facts!
And when it comes to the GOAT debate, that's the biggest hurdle facing LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses. Seriously, judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%.
He hit it.
So when it came to three-point shooting, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just average. But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big part of the game. During Jordan's years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game. And if being an average three-point shooter is a weakness of Michael's game, well, then we also have to call it a weakness of LeBron's game.
Facts.
The difference is that LeBron plays in an era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game. During the years in which LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per game, and LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan. Despite the increased emphasis on threes, LeBron's career shooting percentage from beyond the arc is only a hair better than Jordan at 34%. And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era. But to reiterate, being an average three-point shooter was by far the worst part of MJ's game. For LeBron, it's not even close. LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player, each of which is readily apparent to anyone who has actually watched him play. First, he's not a good free throw shooter. For his career, LeBron has shot around 73.5% from the free throw line, which is pretty poor for a player who handles the ball as much as he does. In fact, many analysts point out that at the end of games, LeBron shies away from driving to the basket because he's afraid of being sent to the line. I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron hitting 2 consecutive free throws is statistically not much better than a coin flip. Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line during his career. And MJ never shied away from contact. And from the what I do know is that the odds of Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line.
He closed his eyes. He fucking closed his eyes. He closed his eyes.
Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line during his career. And MJ never shied away from contact at the end of games. LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender. Sure, he's had some years where he was elite defensively, which is evidenced by his numerous selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, but he's also had several years where he's practically been a liability on the defensive end. Compare that to MJ, who during his Bulls days was a consistently elite defender. In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5 amongst all guards in both steals per game and blocks per game for his career.
Rules, commands, MCP servers, subagents, modes, hooks, tools. There's a lot of stuff, and I don't think it needs to be.
Additionally, Michael led his position in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron, comparatively, has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions, and in 5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't even crack the top 10 at his position in defensive win shares. Now, some will excuse LeBron's recent falloff on the defensive end as a byproduct of his resting on defense so that he can have more energy on offense. And we can debate the merits of that strategy, but resting on defense is not something Michael Jordan was ever accused of doing. Heck, even as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end. But what about the notion that LeBron's been the more versatile defender? LeBron supporters will argue that he can guard positions 1 through 5 on the court, such as when he guarded Derrick Rose for stretches in the 2011 playoffs. But LeBron's guarding the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often. In fact, during his career, LeBron has spent less than 5% of his total minutes guarding the opposing players 1 or 5. So the versatility argument is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. That doesn't make it a better restaurant. LeBron's third weakness is that he's not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT. I mean, shooting the ball is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball. It's the part of the game that everyone practices, whether on the playground, at the YMCA, or in the NBA. Now, some people will contend that LeBron is actually a better shooter than Jordan because he has a better career field goal percentage. And yes, LeBron's career field goal percentage is 50.4% compared to Jordan's 49.7%. But recall what I said about placing stats into proper context. To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great rebounders and defenders, but what if I told you that they were also 2 of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy. Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history. Of course, there's an obvious reason for that. As we all know, both DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots. Well, guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket. In other words, dunks, layups, and putbacks. More than 1 of every 3 of LeBron's shots has been within this point-blank range, which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like every other player, LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet, hitting over 73% of these shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to basketballreference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good, which is probably why in the 2013 finals, the Spurs' defensive strategy against the Heat was to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against LeBron in his prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ? Now, LeBron actually credits the Spurs for forcing him to work on his jump shot, but it's not as if his results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes.
Man,
well, I'll give him this. He is consistent. For comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. While that's certainly not great, it means that even as a 40-year-old shell of his former self, Jordan was still a better shooter, a far better shooter than LeBron James. Unfortunately, Basketball Reference doesn't have advanced shooting metrics from Michael's Bulls days, when he was a significantly more efficient scorer, but few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black. When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1 before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time. Actually, that's not entirely true. If you were playing against a countdown, it would be much, much worse.
Yeah.
And that gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game, his performance, or more accurately, lack of performance, in the clutch. Remember when people were praising LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters in the playoffs 2 years ago? They used these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan.
This was gonna kill.
But look at these numbers carefully. What stands out to you? How about this?
Yeah.
People were using a sample size of less than 1 shot per season to make the case that LeBron was more clutch than Jordan.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats, shall we? Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game. It answers the age-old question, who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line?
I don't know.
It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's a pretty good sample size. And how many of those 94 shots has LeBron made? 19, for a shooting percentage of 20%. Let me repeat that. 20%. Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's atrocious. Michael Jordan in the same situation shot roughly 50%. Yes, that's right. Jordan's performance under pressure was the same as it was throughout the rest of the game. And that, my friends, is the definition of clutch. So there you go. When it comes to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player, Michael Jordan, is great at everything and has practically no weaknesses. And the other player, LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1, making this GOAT debate, well, not much of a debate at all.
I'm gonna say,
now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that LeBron James is a bad LeBron James, while also having
whoever was editing Jordan didn't like him, right? Because if you look at LeBron, look, he clean. And you look at Jordan, well, this one clean. So, but then, you know, you see the ball is awkward. You feel me? Some of his head missing. Some of his ear missing. You feel me? So whoever did this, don't give a fuck. LeBron is clean. Clean. All right, let's go a little bit.
A ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and
the bottom of this man's shoe looks crazy. All these white lines around Jordan looks crazy, right? Well, I can't say that, right? Because LeBron whole shit missing right here. And I'm just saying this because this is what I do. Like, I do editing and shit like that, right? So, yeah, this is terrible. Whoever edited this, you're a fucking loser. For real. Make your screen 400% so you can actually see. Because you probably did this at 100% and you can't really see everything. But this is terrible, bro. Whoever did this is terrible. I could take your job with my eyes closed like Jordan shot that free throw. You fucking suck.
Done? After analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1.
Put your view percentage
making this GOAT debate,
so you can
well,
see.
Not much of a debate at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that LeBron James is a bad player. He's a phenomenal player. Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore, along with Jordan, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. He's just not Michael Jordan. And just to underscore how good MJ was, let's ignore LeBron and Jordan for a minute and focus on the other 3 players highlighted here, Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell.
Let me chill,
most would agree that these are the 3 greatest centers in NBA history, and each of them has a strong case to justify his standing among basketball royalty. Wilt is an all-time great because he was an offensive force of nature, and he holds a ton of NBA records.
Facts.
Russell is in the conversation because he was a dominant defender and a perennial champion.
For tonight's entertainment, our mate.
Chat, they ain't gonna get these videos off on me.
Kareem also led his team to numerous titles, and in terms of individual awards and accolades, was the most decorated of the 3. Not to mention, he had the NBA's most unguardable shot. Now imagine a center that had all the best qualities from these 3 titans. A player like that would be the basketball equivalent of Thanos. Now add to that player the highest level of intangible attributes, such as a tireless work ethic, unmatched killer instinct, and an ability to deliver in the clutch. And now you'd essentially be looking at Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones, and no one would question whether this player was the greatest of all time. But the truth is, we don't have to imagine such a player. That player already existed. He just happened to be a shooting guard, not a center. When you think about it, Michael Jordan is the real-life version of an overpowered video game character. He had all the qualities we look for in a superstar athlete, and he had it in spades. He's basically Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played defense like Willie Mays. And that's why, even in comparison to the other all-time greats, he is truly in a class of his own.
On my mama.
Simply put,
on my hood.
He's the GOAT.
He always has defense on him. He ain't never shot that bitch with no defense on him. Ever! Ever! Defense. Defense. Nobody's there. Defense. Defense. And keep this man name out y'all mouth, man, and go fucking watch basketball. Go watch y'all great. Keep his name out y'all mouth. Go watch LeBron and keep his name out y'all mouth. That's all I'm saying. I was waiting for that play. That's the only play I was waiting for. Huh? He rubbed this man's shoe and then shot the ball. He rubbed this man's shoe and then shot the fucking game-winning shot. He rubbed his shoe. Huh? That man called timeout.
Thanks for watching. This was my first video, but if you want me to make more content...
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your video, man. I really do. You know, stay in your lane. Stop talking, bro. Stop doing all that. You feel me? Come with facts, not opinions, man. I just gave y'all facts. I'll wait for your opinion. I will. Come on, man. Fuck off that man dick, man. Get off that man dick, man. Or at least put a condom on while you riding it. Y'all niggas should be pregnant out here. Y'all niggas should be expecting out here. Shit, wow. Never too much, never too much, never too much. My computer tripping right now, chat. Hold on, chat. My computer tripping right now. Yeah, I talk real crazy and mean every fucking word of it. I mean every fucking word coming out my mouth. Every word. Want to see if my game scene popping up. It's not, so hold on, I'm gonna have to switch it right quick. Oh no, it's popping up. We good. We in here. Nah, it might not pop up. I might have to leave out and come back in because my shit just tripping. Oh man, it stopped snowing already. Like I said, Georgia be capping when it come to this weather. They'll tell you anything, and that's sad. Y'all supposed to be professionals. Y'all tell a nigga anything. Chat, while this run, I'm gonna run to the bathroom right quick. Hold out. fat bitch. Get your fat ass out my way. All you do is suck up all the heat. Anywhere it's a heater at, you lay right by it. I know it's cold, gang. I know it's cold. I know it's wintertime. What you expect? You wanna go outside and play in the snow? Big boy. Big boy. Damn, this game still ain't cranked up. Rolly, you talking crazy. I ruined your life. It's crazy. No, I ruined your life. It's crazy. Chicken wing, you feel? You need a bath, man. You smell like outside. You smell like outdoor, not indo. You feel me? You smell like Reggie. Ugh. Nobody like the smell of no Reggie, man. Smell like regular, man. Regular degular, man. We smoke loud around here. You smell like regular degular. Since you want to be seen, there you go. It's my man's and them. It's my boy. All right, get down. Enough of that. I don't want y'all to see my little hat in the background. You feel me? You feel me? This that one. You feel me? This that one, chat. This that one, chat. You feel me? Arriba. You feel me? Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. That's tradition right there, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you on. Looking at. Get down. I ain't gonna say it again. Down. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you on. No, chat, we might not be able to, this stream might be tripping. I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting you down. Damn, chat, my game won't pop up. That nigga Drewski stupid, bro. Every time I see that Drewski, that shit funny though. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you on. I'm putting you down. Oh, I know what's going on, chat. Okay, I know what's going on. It's popping up on one of my other monitors. No, it's not. Where is it at? Oh, there you go. Hopefully that works. I don't think they want us playing Call of the Wild today. I ain't gonna lie, that shit ain't popping up. you down. I'm putting you on. Man, what the fuck is going on, bro? I need a big mouse pad too, Chad. I need to buy me a nice size mouse pad. This shit ain't adding up. My mouse pad's so small when I'm playing these games. Like, you feel me? I can't go far. Like, you know? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I hate when this game do this, bro. Like, it should be so unnecessary. For real it do. Hella unnecessary, bro. I need more space on my computer, that's what it is. I need to go get more space. I need another SD. Oh my mama. I'm putting you down. I'm putting you on. It might be a rap, Chad. I ain't gonna even lie. We got 3 hours, bro. I might just hop off, chat, because my game ain't coming up. And I don't feel like watching no more videos. I don't even know what to watch videos about right now. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna raid Vaughn, but Vaughn got off. That boy T ain't on. Guess we go ATL then. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. Yeah, chat. Until this shit come up, bro, I'm just finna raid ATL because it might not come up, bro. chats. This shit ain't working. We're gonna jump over to ATL, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Like always, man. All the love shown. It is what it is. I'm gonna pop back on if this game pop up, but if it don't, I'm just gonna sit and watch ATL for a while. Appreciate y'all. Like I say, shout out to the real OGs, man. Shout out to the real ones. We out. Holla.